What's going on? Mark, you got everything figured out? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here. Yep. Hey guys, welcome to Rolling Homestead, and thanks for coming in. And today we have Justin up here, and he's from Waypoint Outdoors Adventures. We have Tyler Bushcraft down below me, and we're going to be talking about what kind of gear that we're going to be using in our 7-day Extreme Winter Challenge. So we're going to go around the boat here because we have someone up here new. So we're going to let Justin go and take the stream here for a little bit. He's going to describe what his channel is all about, who he is, and what he does.
Yeah. Hey, Mark, thank you so much for inviting me here on the live stream. My name is Justin Van Ferrari, and some of you guys, hopefully some of my followers are in here, but I'm relatively new channel, small channel, and just getting started here on YouTube. Have a passion for the outdoors, love spending time, love kind of challenging myself and putting myself in extreme situations for the fun of it, and I like bringing people along for the journey. So yeah, Waypoint Outdoor Adventures, and check it out if you get a chance.
So tonight, guys, is all about tech talk. And we're going to be doing a lot of different things. And we're going to go through some gear that is for extreme weather, some new gear that I have, some new gear that Tyler has. It's all about the tech, though, tonight. Let's run through the chat because I see there's a whole bunch of people on here that I haven't seen. We'll start from the top. Tyler, if I miss somebody, let me know. So we got Stony Reiner. Thanks for joining us. Sony Lee. Herbert D's in the house. Texas Jungle's in the house. My partner in crime is in the house, Micro Homesteaders. Guys, obviously Waypoint is up on a panel with us. Ryan, thanks for coming in and joining us. Welcome aboard. Andrew, thank you for coming in here. And so today we are going to be, guys, remember to hit the thumbs up, share this out in your social medias, however possible, and we'll get this thing rolling. It takes a little bit for our crew to come in here, but they will be jumping in. If you are a smaller channel, this is the stream you want to be in because there can be some big, heavy rollers that pull in real fast. So,
yeah, absolutely.
What me and Tyler have been talking about, obviously, is our gear. And now we're going to be talking about just video equipment. What were you going to say, Tyler?
Go ahead. My bad.
Okay. Two-seaters, good to see you. How you doing? Glad you could join us. So as far as some of the gear that we're going to be using in extreme weather, one of the things that we're looking at here is we have two of the miniature GoPros. And with all of the gizmos and Tyler's got some, we're going to be taking these out. We have them that actually they can hook right to your chest. You can hook up to your pack. You can do all that good stuff. Dallas Country Scratchers, thanks for joining us. The Huntsman, what's going on? So we're going to, the Huntsman, yeah. When we do this, we got a bunch of different stuff that we can go out with. So we're also going to be recording the trip as far as that goes. And we're going to be running the Nikon. My Nikon with the Rogue mic. Right here. So if you guys have any questions about this kind of stuff too, just please put it up in parentheses and we'll get to it. So we're going to be running that one. And then we're also going to be running the new Canon's. Sorry, that's not a Nikon. That's a Canon. We're going to be running the new Canon's camcorder here. We're going to try this thing out. I got talked into getting one, so now I'm kind of stuck with it. We'll see how she rolls. And then,
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I said, go ahead, Tyler.
I'll be kind of pretty much running the same setup that he's got. For starters, one of my backup cameras is 05. That is the waterproof up to, I think, 30 meters. Shoots 4K, 2.7K, all the way down to like 540p. That, along with a bunch of attachments, I have tripod for it, a chest mount, head mount, just everything under the sun for that. That's kind of me. That's second backup camera because this actually does a lot better than my Nikon, which I'll grab real quick. Which is right here. So this is the Nikon with the viewfinder. You can flip out. Right now I'm rocking a 70mm lens, 128 gig SD card with this, and it is on my Vanguard tripod, which is actually a pretty heavy tripod, but it's pretty sturdy. I shouldn't have any issues with it whenever I go out. So again, I might be rocking the Canon flip shoot. I don't know yet with me. But other than that, probably around 10, 15 batteries as well with chargers. Everyone knows due to the cold weather, your battery time decreases by half, or you should at least count on half. So if I'm recording roughly in decent 30, 40 degree weather, I can get about 2 hours out of each battery. I'm figuring with this cold weather, I'll probably be getting about 30 minutes per battery. So I did have to go ahead and buy a few extra batteries for each of my cameras. I've got 2 for the GoPro, and I think I got roughly 12, 13 for the Nikon. So, and then different lenses, of course, too. I have for my further away shots, the 50 by or 18 by 55 millimeter lens as well.
Hey, Nick, it's good to see you, buddy. If you do want to come up on a panel, just let me know because I know you're doing some cold weather stuff right now. So it's great to hear from you for your tech side of things, too. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to be using, too, with this one. Now I got the Rogue mic up, but I've got the the Scorpion Junior up, so you can tie all your stuff together in one unit. Yeah, we have a question with the GoPros, and that is from Dallas Country Scratch. He says, what model GoPro do you suggest in temps below 32? Well, we have these right now that we're going to try out and see how they work. With the cases and stuff, I was told that they can handle the extreme temperatures. Well, we're going to find out. These are 4K cameras also. And Tyler's got the Hero 7?
I have the GoPro Hero 5, and out of all the GoPro lineups, I seen that the 5 specifically had a rating for the temperature. I think they said negative 32 is what this thing is capable of. But I've actually paid negative 30 or negative 53, and I was able to record. I think that was like one of my first videos I put on my channel was winter cold camping, and that was 3 degrees 2 of those days out of the 14 days that I was out there. So I would recommend this because I said it is waterproof. Anything GoPro Hero 5 and up is going to be waterproof, and you're going to have that 4K option. So that would be my recommendation.
Yeah, this little camcorder is for what did they say, Tyler? It was good for below zero weather. So we're going to see how this thing works out.
I want to say around
what?
negative degrees. Which is, I mean, that's still cold, but like I said, by the time we get out there and do this, and you pulled the specs, I think, off of OSHA, or not OSHA, what was it? One of the websites that you pulled it off, they were expecting temperatures up to negative 60-degree weather, 160 plus inches of snow. So
132, that was AccuWeather.
132 inches of snow, and that was through the AccuWeather. So we definitely have a work cut off for us with that. Like I said, battery wise, like I said, I've been out shooting videos the last 2-3 weeks now. 20 degree, 15 degree weather. But my camera, my Nikon, it doesn't want to hold up. I actually had to go out and buy a thermal jacket, which I was showing last time. I had to buy a thermal jacket that slides over my main camera, which is my Nikon, in order to get those videos recorded, because my camera likes to freeze up. Some kind of light source is what I'm missing, because I can't do any nighttime recording. A, it's too cold, and B, I don't have any lighting. Campfire at night just doesn't do justice to do any kind of recording. And I would like to do some more recording at night. So
one of the things that we're going to be using for that instance, and I already got it set up here, is we're going to be trying out the what is this called? The Viltrox. And this is a professional LED. And this thing has a bunch of different lenses. I showed this to Tyler. It's kind of cool on the back. It actually has a charging pack. You have your screen up so you can actually, when you turn it on, it tells you what percentage you're up to in your K wattage. And the light, as far as that goes, you can crank this thing up to some serious and that's 4400 K right there. And I just totally wiped out my green screen, and it's pointing at the camera. So that's one of the things that we're going to have. And these things, huh?
Oh, there it goes. You're back now.
Yeah, the light actually knocked out my green screen and knocked out my camera. That's how bright this thing is. So, and you can actually add, because this is a VL 162T, and you can add different lights. You can add up to 3 of these per bundle.
Hey, so, Mark, a few people are asking, can you make yours full screen so they can see it?
Sure. We'll do this again. So this one is a little bit different than, and it's like I said, this is really cool because you can actually see. Ooh, that was too bright. The monitor on there, if the green screen don't mess it up. So we're at 100% right now. We're putting out 4400K, and if you can see that light, that's I just knocked everything out. That's how bright this thing is, and you can dim it down to whatever. And what's really nice about this is you can actually have a pack. So if you would have a charger or something, you can plug it in right here too, and it's all battery operated. And we can tie them 3 of these together at one. So I'm hoping when we're out there that this is one way. If I even, and of course it has a stand plug in on the bottom here. You can actually hook it up in some of the stands. I might take a portable stand out there just to have the extra lights, which will help out drastically. And you get some cool lenses with it. Me and Tyler were playing around with these. They're magnetic, so they just slap right onto the front of it. And you've got green, which obviously is not going to show up because of the green screen. Woo-hoo-hoo. You have clear, just to protect the lenses. You have red, and then blue. So that will help us out tremendously with light situation out there. And I got a few other tricks up my sleeve too.
Right. We said too, I mean, where we're going to be doing this recording at, I mean, we're going to be miles away from any kind of, city or anything like that. Have like people that live in town with the whole light pollution, and it's, we can kind of piggy bank off of that essentially, because it's not going to be out there. So having an extra set of lights for this little mini series that we're going to do is going to be huge. That way we can record everything, record at nighttime. I was really looking to try to get a nighttime vision, night vision camera that I could do a lot of nighttime recording, because like I said, besides the elements of how we have to worry about foxes, and not foxes but wolves. And as you had stated too, Mark, just before we got online, you said that there's been some like bear spottings, or there's been bears that have been up and out.
Yeah, the temperatures got up here above into the 40, 41s, and the bear have been waking up. We got a couple people that I work with that said they had the bears in their trees at their house. So Herbert T, in February, I'm going to be doing a 7-day extreme winter challenge. Tyler is a part of this. And we have 2 other special guests that will be coming along with us for the ride. And we're going to be doing 7 days of extreme winter camping. And we're doing it bushcraft style. So that's no tents. It's what you make or what you have made.
Right. Like I said, this is it's gonna be nice. It's gonna prove, to ourselves, or to whatever we're trying to prove, that we can pretty much do the same thing that you see a lot of these other bigger channels doing. The only thing is, like, we're doing this in extreme weather. I mean, I really hope that negative 60 degree Fahrenheit weather really gets stuck in people's head, because I mean, that's potentially what it's going to be like, if not during the day, at least at night. So safety, of course, is our biggest concern while we're out there, because no video, no amount of views, no amount of subscribers is worth any one of us getting hurt out there. So I think this is gonna be cool, because I think this is for myself, what I'm capable of, and along with a lot of you guys too. So
guys, don't forget, hit that thumbs up. We got 16 in the room. We got 14 thumbs up. Pound that thumbs up. Chelsea, if you want to come up, Merle, you want to come up and talk, let me know and I will send you the link. The other good thing about this is that Merle is a really good tech guy. So if anybody has some serious questions about tech, if you're asking, Not even if it's in a cold environment and you're not going to do what we're doing. If you want to do a live streaming and you want to do good video quality, stuff like that, tonight's your night, because we can explain how I use my OBS, how I use the backdrops, how I use all that stuff. Merle has some very good knowledge on how this stuff, because guess what, guys? That's where I learned it from. It's from him. So if you do not have Merle's channel, guys, go and check him out. He has a great, great bunch of knowledge, and he's willing to share, which is very, very hard to find on YouTube when you see the tricks of how we use our OBS, our cameras, and all that other stuff. So that's kind of a little quirk there. All right, buddy.
Yeah, I appreciate having you guys or letting me be on here. The very first video series I posted on YouTube was a winter survival overnight, where I took no food and no water and just tried to survive. And I was inspired by the show History Channel Alone, and I wanted to film that. And so I took the 10 items that, you know, they were allowed on, I don't know, I think season 3 was actually happening at the time. And so I filmed it, and all I had was some little GoPros, but not even GoPro. They were the little Chinese brand that you get on Amazon, $30. And I think I had 5 batteries, and it was a pain to try and keep those things. But before I went out, I bought a charger that I could charge 2 of them at the same time, and I could plug them into, I didn't have this at the time, but this Pocket Juice right here, it's a 20,000 was it milliamp? Is that how you the standard of measurement for that? But I would plug it in, and I'd keep that in my coat pocket, plug 2 batteries in at the same time, and I literally could only get a few shots. Of course, it wasn't a GoPro; it was a cheap version. And so since then, I knew that I was going to be doing more of this. So I kind of upgraded. I don't want to monopolize the stream, because this is your deal. You mind if I show kind of some gear that I use?
Go ahead. That's why we brought you up here, is to see. Here's your chance.
Yeah. So right now I've got this. I actually just upgraded. I've had a few other DSLRs in the past. This is a Canon M50, and mirrorless camera. It's fairly new, but I like it because it's got the flip out screen. You know, when you're filming out in the woods, you're doing a lot of selfie type stuff. A lot of my other cameras didn't have that ability. And on the top, I've got this. It's a Rode Wireless Go. It's a new wireless microphone. And the nice thing is there's not a lot of cords. So here's the transmitter. And believe it or not, when it's cold, I just stick this up in my hat like that. Of course, if I'm chewing, it gets really annoying for people, but it kind of hides it. It's right here, and it keeps it slightly warm because it's up against my body. And I found that lasts a lot. But one of the reasons I got this Canon M50 is because I was doing some research, and a lot of these cameras, you might not even realize it, but they've got a little door. It's either on the bottom or on the side. And you know, when you go to whatever store and they've got cameras on display and they're powered on, they're connected, they use a dummy battery. It's a little enclosure that basically provides DC current into the camera. This particular one's on the bottom, and so you can flip that open. And it's all wired in here, so I can't really get to it, but you can plug it into the bottom of the camera, because a lot of these cameras you can't charge via USB at the same time you're filming. And so this is an adapter. I could find it. Maybe I'll put the link from Amazon on here for it, but you guys can search it. It's just like a dummy battery, and cord comes out, and it plugs in to my USB battery pack, and I can tape this to my tripod or my selfie stick or whatever, and just keep it connected. This camera, you can only record 30-minute clips, so every 30 minutes it shuts off, and so you start it back up. But I did an elk hunt out in Colorado, and this was the first time using this setup. And I was in my blind, and I had a little Bluetooth remote for this camera, and I could just every 30 minutes or so, I'd start the camera back up, and I have all this footage that I'll never use. It's just me sitting in a blind, waiting for elk to walk by. And but I was out there all day, and it took one battery, and I came back in, and my battery pack here, Pocket Juice, was only at 80%. I'd only used 20, and the camera literally had been running for at least 10 hours, maybe 8 hours that day. So that's a great little setup. And then I got old school. I got my iPhone, and I use this as a backup camera, and I can keep that in my coat pocket or in my pants pocket and keep it pretty well charged. But so those are my two primary, and it's super lightweight. It's got an amazing camera. It's got stabilization, and I find that actually, when I'm walking, I don't get that, that shake, and it's actually much smoother. So I got if you watch my channel, you'll see I've got some drones. I got a DJI Spark that I use, and I rigged this tripod. I lost the mount, and I used the Gobi, the GorillaPod thing, and so I just have this that can kind of a quick release, so I can put my phone, my phone or my big M50 camera on either one of these, and just it's pretty versatile. So I like that a lot. So that's but having this external battery, that to me that's the game changer in the cold weather stuff that I've done so far.
Yeah, I got my Rev 4 here, which is I can charge up. Right now we're charging it up to horse around here for tomorrow. But this thing is really nice. I can take this out. It has a little light on there, but what I really like about this is this thing can really put out some juice. We also have we have two of the solar packs that we're charging up so that we can actually charge that. And if you look at like my GoPros here, they have the mini USB, and they'll plug right into these chargers.
Hey Mark, do those can you charge at the same time you're recording with those GoPros, or no? Do they shut off?
I don't know. I just picked these up. These are brand new. We got these over Christmas. So I don't think Tyler would know better. I don't think so, because you got a sealed case.
Oh, but yeah.
Tyler would know better as far as if you can charge these up or not, because he has one. This is going to be my first time using them. And what I do like is, they're very user friendly, and for having the white balance and all that other stuff. So you can kind of see. Well, the green screen's picking that up. That's kind of screwy. There we go.
Yeah. Yep.
But 4K and these little cameras. That's kind of really.
The nice thing about 4K is, I don't know. Are you guys doing 4K for your channels, or are you just doing 1080?
Well, we are both taking 4K and we bring it down to 1080.
Yeah. So you can get away with some digital zoom in post production when you have a 4K. You zoom it in and it doesn't get super pixelated. So that's super nice.
Yeah, that one will shoot 4K, or both of the GoPros will shoot 4K. The Canon, this is shooting 1080. My Canon, my DSLR, that's shooting 1080, but my software that I use for rendering, I can actually make 4K with that. So it's kind of nice having that, but it's going to be really nice to have some actually 4K footage now. Yeah, James, 4K is overkill, but you can do so much more with the 4K when you bring it into YouTube and do the 1080. That's what everybody likes about it. If you have a good camera, a good DSLR, your Canons, your Nikons, Sonys are coming out, Panasonic. There you can do some really cool stuff at 1080. So 4K is coming, guys. Hey, Sybil, thanks for coming. Sandy K's in here.
Yeah, everything's upgrading way quicker than, just in a couple of years, everything's going to be 4K.
Right. That's the thing too, guys, is that it's coming. I mean, it's just a matter of time. Right now we're broadcasting live with my system. I'm doing 1080, and YouTube is going to shrink it down to whatever live streaming is doing, if it's 720 or whatever. I think StreamYard is 720. That's kind of why the other thing too that we're looking for a new streaming platform because I want everybody to be able to have that nice, clear, crisp picture. And we have found one. It's new on the market, and it's taken some of the OBS style, the StreamYard style, and the Streamlabs style, and kind of put it all together into one. It's kind of cool. So I'll be playing with that stuff here shortly. But it's supposed to be a lot. It's more user friendly than what OBS is. It kind of talks you through that kind of stuff, but it gives you a different ability to bring people in, do stuff like that. So if you're looking for a good free streaming software, we have a good one for that. Sony, okay, we'll see in a bit. But those are the kind of things that we're looking at, and you're absolutely right. I seen in the chats, I do have some trail cams that we can be using for night vision and some videos that way. I have some equipment that I can shoot night vision. I have some lights that I can actually put out there that are going to be battery operated, some predator lights, some stuff like that we can use. So we're going to have some kind of good stuff there.
Yeah. Actually, I was going back, Mark, watching through some of your older content. You did a little test of your you had an on-camera infrared, and then you had, I don't know what the setup. I didn't see behind the scenes, but that'd be a great advantage. I know you were talking about the video light you have. I've got a similar one that doesn't have the digital display on it, but you can change the color temperature and things, which is nice. I think it's probably just a cheaper, smaller version of what you have. So, but that'll,
Is that one battery operated, or you got to plug it in?
Yeah, it's battery operated, but it doesn't have. I noticed yours has an external battery, so you could take a few of those out with you. This one, once it's dead, it's dead. It lasts for a while, but again, in the cold, that really shortens the lifespan for sure.
And then, Bernie, what do I think about 5G? I don't think very highly of it right now because I don't think a lot of people have seen the test with 5G. Everybody's looking at, cool, I can connect really quick and really fast. But what does that, because they want to put a tower on every single light pole. So if we live up in the middle of nowhere, I really would like them to do a lot more research on 5K. It's just like going and living in New York City or Chicago underneath the main power lines. And 30 years down the road, they're telling everybody that live there, they're coming up with cancer and all this other stuff. I'd really like to see more tests done with the 5K and see what's really going on there. Yep, trash it is. That's exactly what I write.
I think we're going to find out a lot of this tech stuff we're using someday causes cancer, huh?
Yeah, you got to be careful that some of the things that are coming up in here in the next while of tech is just getting way, way out of bounds. So, Hope you're doing okay, Sandy K. Yeah, Huntsman, the 5G is radiation poisoning. Exactly. And a lot of people are so worried about, hey, I get a great signal. I can do so much on that 5K, it's like, what is it doing to your body? It's like this phone. I will never talk to somebody like this. I have it either setting somewhere and it's on speakerphone because this thing is a big radiation battery. If you think about the studies that they did in Japan and all over the place where these batteries are made, and then you're hanging on to this and got an extra year or whatever else, just think about that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Herbert Outdoors.
You're absolutely.
Herbert Outdoors says YouTube causes cancer. Uh-oh.
No, but it causes pain and agony and stress. I'll tell you that. Hey, Alf, good to see you, buddy. Glad you could come in here. Anybody that has a YouTube channel, they'll know exactly what I'm talking about. YouTube causes stress.
Hey, Mark, I'm curious. When you first started out, how long have you been going? And what was the camera gear that you had when you first started?
When I first started, I had the first original GoPro, and my son is running around with it now. And we were doing that, and then I bought the camera. The camera that you're looking at with the night vision. That was a Bell & Howell Rogue, and it had night vision, but it didn't have external mics. And the mic was terrible, just bad. So I had to always be close to the camera, make sure it wasn't windy, all that other stuff. And then now we got a lot better gear. But when I very first started, I had very low budget. I was told by, I was making the bushcraft videos and somebody said, hey, I wanted to tape it for my son. That's how it all started. So as he got older, he could actually watch these and do this stuff. And then somebody came up and said, hey, that's pretty good. You should put that on YouTube. And I said, what's YouTube? And they explained it to me, and that ever since I've been here. And then when we bought the homestead, I changed it from bushcraft to homesteading. And then I'm like, well, I'm always down in the wintertime. And Tyler got talking to me. He's like, hey, you should really, you got some good stuff and you have a lot of knowledge on that kind of stuff. He says, you should bring that back in the wintertime. And I'm like, yeah, I got nothing else to do.
Outflord's Journeys just commented, retired starving artist, can't afford the high tech stuff. The cool thing is that with you can go GoPro, you can go high end Canon or Nikon, but there's so much out there that you can do that's such good quality. I mean, at 1080, yeah, I mean some of the sensors are bigger and better, but if you start out with something inexpensive, when I first started. I actually have a history or a background in video production. I started a company a while back doing wedding and event video and photography. And when I sold the company, I sold all my camera gear and I had nothing. And I went out to film this adventure. I had hardly any money and I had to go online and I just found the cheapest GoPro style camera I could get. A Caso, I think the brand was. It was 4K. That's that first video on my YouTube channel. That's literally all I had. I had that on a selfie stick, and you can tell when I upgraded my gear. But you just start somewhere, and honestly, the quality, even of less expensive, may not last as long, may not be built as good, but you can get away. All these video lights. I mean, you could get away with work lights. LED lights of some sort are coming down. A flashlight. If you need that. There's inexpensive ways to get into it. You don't have to spend the big bucks on stuff.
Thank you so much for Mary. Yeah, we have fun in the summertime with our homestead. The other good thing is, Tyler talked to me and said, hey, he was going to get one of these, and I kind of was listening to what he said, and I didn't have a camcorder. And if you look at how small this thing is, the zoom on this thing is amazing. The only problem with this camera or this camcorder is the buttons are like from the, what do you say, Tyler, the 70s, 60s? They're pretty basic, But as far as for shooting, you can actually hook this up and you can do live streams with it. You can record with this. There's a lot of things you can do. So this is a very inexpensive way to start a YouTube channel, and it's waterproof, and it's for cold environment. So it's all in one. But like I said, the only problem I don't like about this thing is, number one, it doesn't have an external mic. And number two is the buttons, like I said, are kind of, if you can see that, the green screen's messing it up. They're kind of old school.
But it's nicer if you're wearing gloves to have big buttons like that, sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. James, thanks for joining us. Drones are good too. Yeah, we got I got a drone. Tyler's got a drone. So we're going to have a lot of drone footage in the time. And I guess that maybe what we can do, Tyler, is we'll have a race through the woods.
What's that?
I said maybe when we get everything going and we got some free time, we'll have a race through the woods with our drones.
What style drone?
Well, see, mine goes up to around I think 48 miles an hour.
No, I lost.
Yeah, except mine costs a lot more, and I don't want to damage it because I'm always scared to fly it.
I have the Holy Stone, and mine don't go that quick. It's too big.
Mm-hmm.
But it does what it
I have the DJI Phantom 3, and that shoots 4K, and it's a huge drone. I don't hardly ever use it.
Yeah, that one I'd be afraid to drop. This one, I got the DJI Spark here, and it does good enough, but I did drop it, and I'm having issues with the camera stabilizer right now, but I gotta see if I can get that fixed and taken care of before I
Tyler,
go out on my next shot.
Tyler, you mute your mic, bud. I don't know if you know that or not, but you muted your mic. Yeah, I think one day I'm gonna upgrade to something a little bit better. Once I figured my idea was I get a decent one, and then once I crash and burn enough with that one, I learn how to fly. Then I can go up to the bigger and the better ones. Morris, thanks for coming in here.
Yeah, I've been flying with my iPhone as the remote. I didn't even take the big remote out, but you're limited to range,
Right.
and that's how I dropped it. I was flying it, it lost connection. Of course, then it did the emergency come back to me, but it was in the middle of the woods, so that was not my best moment.
See, the issue too is I have that set up, but the one time that I did, I flew way past the range you're supposed to. I think I'm 5 miles, but I bought like some range extender kit for mine, and I had it up, I think, close to 6.5 miles. It was roughly 20. I really pushed that thing to its limit, and it lost connection. It started coming back to me, but for some reason it was like stuck on where it took off instead of where I was actually at, because I had to like run down and chase it.
Mm-hmm.
So I almost hit a tree, and ever since then I haven't really pushed it to its limits. I usually just take it up out and about, but other than that, nothing really too crazy.
I was up in northern
like
Ontario.
I said,
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I was up in northern Ontario, and we were doing a kayaking trip, and flying it around. I really wanted to get some drone footage of me fishing from the kayak, but man, that made me so nervous. And
I bet.
I got a couple shots, but man, I around water. I mean, I know it's supposed to like sense water once it gets down, but I don't trust it with that.
Right. Like I said, this trip coming up is going to be awesome. One of the I said I just did a gear video the other night. What kind of gear do I have and stuff, which you don't ever see that in my videos. I don't ever take out a whole bunch of gear. I don't like hauling a lot of as light as possible. For this trip, I'm going to try to do, to the best of my ability, as light and be more efficient with what I know what to do out in the woods, instead of relying on, tools such as axes, saws, all that stuff. Because I have a feeling that this is going to be more of a, electronic field pack with batteries, cameras, lenses, and then, clothing, making sure, we're comfortable during the clothing. So, this is going to be, it's going to be nice. Like I said, I know there's a lot of people out there that, you hear about other YouTubers faking this or faking that, and, everything on film as much as possible. We're talking 7 days worth of recording, so it's going to be even Mark was talking about, we're going to be doing a few live streams at night while we're out there, and just kind of showcasing what goes on behind scenes. So
it's a real deal. It's not going to be some walk in the park, but at the same time, it's going to be interesting and fun. And don't forget, guys, is that it's going to be on my channel, where you're going to have my viewpoint. You're going to be on Tyler's channel. You're going to see his viewpoint. And then the two special guests that are going to be coming with us, so you also see their viewpoint. So it's going to be a very intense, different look on all different angles. So it's going to be a really interesting video of those 7 days that you're going to be able to see.
Right.
The Huntsman and Elf Lord's Journey has a couple ideas for rigging up a drone type setup. They've got an idea of a balloon, GoPro on a balloon, or a phone on a kite string.
Well, see, that's the thing, though. During that cold weather, those balloons aren't going to hold up at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I honestly, I'm not even going to probably take there just for a simple fact that when I flew my drone last year, and it was roughly 10, 15 degree weather, 15 mile an hour winds, I had such bad issues with it. And being a DJI drone, they're one of the top, better brands out there for drones that can do the whole auto stabilization and as far as it comes to not crashing, they're top of the line. And I was having issues last year, so due to the extreme cold weather, I don't think I'm going to take mine out there and risk damaging or breaking it. So I don't know. We'll try to find something out. If I have to climb up a tree and mount like a second GoPro up there that I could do like a time lapse or something like that, maybe we'll see.
Well, not only that, you got to look at it too as a canopy. Is you got a bunch of branches. You got to get in a balloon up and that kind of stuff is going to be next to impossible.
I think they were just
right.
Yeah, I think they were too. That's why I said I'm not too worried. I'll take mine out there. I flew mine already in really cold temperatures in the wind. I don't have the audio and stuff like that the other ones do, but I'll take mine up and I'll fly mine up and put it up there so we got something to sit on and can watch what's going from the upper side.
Yeah.
I'm excited. One of the things that attracted me to you guys, your channels, is just how real you were. I think you can clearly see you're not trying to fool anybody, and I think that 7-day event challenge that you guys are doing, I think that's gonna be awesome. I've not seen anything like that in that kind of condition on YouTube. So.
Well, that's what we're trying to do. Like I said, none of us are experts. Anyone that says they're an expert when it comes to survival or something like that is just, full of shit. We're just normal, regular people, and we have a passion for being outdoors. We have a passion to prove to ourselves or our family what we're capable of. And, we don't need, we're going to let what we can do instead of just telling everyone what we're going to do. So, like I said, there's people that's, like I said, that's that know a lot more than I do. And look at Mark for an example. He's got some crazy stuff underneath his belt for survival, cold weather, water, and rescue. So I feel like I'm in good hands.
Yeah, you're in great hands.
Yeah, that's what you guys do the same thing. You don't claim to be an expert, and you just hope that maybe some knowledge you have you can pass along, but also it's about learning from one another, and that's what I love about some of your channels. You just walk out. So go back to Mark's channel. He does a lot of homestead stuff, but you should look back at some of his older videos. He did a video on dandelion jelly. I'd never heard of that, but I'm going to try that this summer. That's you find stuff, you learn, and then you go try it yourself, and that's what I know. Tyler, your channel, Rolling Homestead, and that's what my channel is all about too. Is just you figure stuff out and you watch YouTube and you learn from other people and you go for it, and try and figure out your own spin on it and how it works best for you.
And homesteading and bushcrafting and prepping, they're all the same.
Yeah.
No matter how you look at it, they're really close to exactly the same. And I like to use the things that are on my land because I find out that, one, it's better for you. If you know anything about the dandelion, you can eat that thing from the root to the flower. It's awesome. And the people across the pond, they go out and they pick the heads and they make dandelion wine, they make dandelion butter, and they make dandelion syrup out of just the dandelion.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a bunch of great things. Grace, thanks for coming in, or James. I think I got you before. Trails in the house. Sandy K has actually tried. I sent her some dandelion jelly. And Tyler, when we have our breakfast, when we make our toast, we will also have dandelion jelly.
There we go.
Exactly.
In the spring, I'm trying that out. Yeah, I've roasted the roots and made kind of a coffee. Obviously, you can make a tea, and I've done stuff like that. But it's amazing. That's a common weed. That has a lot of use.
Well, that's the thing, Mary, we're looking at today, and we're trying to get a hold of YouTube right now to discuss these hours, because there's rumor on the street that you need anywhere from 5 to 10,000 watch hours, and you're going to need whatever for subscribers. And yesterday, when our live stream ended, we had 25 hours to go. I woke up today, and now I need 300 hours to go. Don't know what happened. We can't figure it out. Tyler lost 70 subscribers last night you lost?
Yeah, within 1 hour.
Within 1 hour. So I don't know what's going on with YouTube, but what we're looking at is, you're so close to that point. I don't want them to come in and say, hey, you don't have enough hours after all this hard work. Because on top of that, I just read the article because I was like, well, did you go look it up? So I'm looking at monetization, and the rule in there states that you have to have, right now, you have to have 4,000 watch hours. You got to have 1,000 subscribers. You have to keep that for 1 month, and then they look at monetizing you, and that can take up to 6 months. Well, that's really going to be a mess, because when we go on to our live stream and we do our 7-day challenge, I'll have my watch hours. I'll have everything that I need. And then I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, now what do we do? Because we can't do nothing. We're going to be stuck in this thing. So, guys, I appreciate everybody that has been going along and watching the playlist and watching my videos and spending the time in there and sharing it out. If you can keep on doing that, that would be awesome. Just to make sure that I can hold what we have here, because with us being the homesteading, we took off this summer to get stuff into the house for the winter, because food in the kids' mouth was more important to me than YouTube. And then this all came out, and I'm like, oh, here we go. So Tyler's been really helping me out, trying to, boost that up. So we got that watch time hours up there, and I'm hoping we make it. We might slip in, and we might not. We'll find out. It's in God's hand.
It wasn't just 71 either. This whole last month, I think I lost close to 480 subscribers within this 1 month alone. Which, that's fine, because it's discouraging knowing like how hard you work on your channel, and for anyone that sits there and says that they don't want that, or they don't want their channel to grow, it's just full of crap. I would like to make something here on YouTube, just as long as like everyone else does. And it's discouraging when you lose that amount of people overnight. But that just gives you more reason to work harder and harder, because YouTube took it away for a reason. Unwanted, or not unwanted, but channels. Which that's what baffles me. So like, I created this back in 2012, but that's only when I actually created my channel. I didn't start doing YouTubing until January 10th of last year. So it hasn't even been a full, and I already got hit with this massive purging. So yeah, I don't know.
The thing that I'd like to talk about is, I have some really good friends, guys, that are grow streams. I do. And that's their thing. The problem that I can see, and what I'll tell you up front here, as I was in one the other night, he came into my live stream, so I seen him go live after me. I'm like, hey, I'm going to scoot over there, say, hey, how's it going? I did. And imagine that. I gained 20 subscribers just like that. And then all of a sudden, the next day or 2 days later here, now I lost it. you have to be a part of that channel. You have to show your support. You have to, if you're going to be a part of a girl stream, you have to do it right. But YouTube is, I'm telling you, YouTube is on the back end. They don't like girl streams at all because to them, it's cheating. It's not actually making it the old fashioned way of hard work and stuff like that. And through people going out. So they don't like girl streams. So if you're a part of a girl stream, they always like to shove you right on the bottom. Just the way they are.
Right.
The Huntsman said something.
Like I said, I got a few buddies that I don't ever. I hate going in there and saying, "Hey, what's up to them?" And then next thing you know, you got 20 people subscribing to your channel. You know, I don't like that one bit because they're only looking to get support back. And I'm a firm believer that, you know, if you want subscribers and you want to have good content, you know, that's the key, is making sure you have good content that creates those subscribers. You know, there's no shortcuts in life. So
Tommy Brown, thank you so much for coming in here. And there's a lot of new people in here, and I will be going through this tomorrow before I head out in the woods, and I will be checking you guys out with my new channels, and I will be going over there and watching some videos and leaving comments. That's how you do it. And, you know, I've got some really great supporters on this end here that are a true patron to our channel. Tyler has brought some of his clan over here, which are true to the touch. And I mean, there's some great people that are going to be a part of this channel that will help not even help us grow, help everybody grow, but at the same time, they come and they just keep coming and they want to be a part of that. That's what's really cool about this whole thing. So if you see somebody in the channel that you don't know, go over there, spend some time, watch a video, put their link up on the top, spend the time over here, and then go back later on and watch their video, leave a comment, and become part of their channel. That's the way you do it correctly. You know, and don't sit there and say, I watched, you know, because I'll tell you this from experience. I've got some videos that are 40 minutes long. I got some that are 30 minutes long. And I see somebody in my chat and say, "Hey, I just subscribed to my channel." And I see the notice come up and said, "Hey, I just watched your video. Great video." It's 30 minutes long, dude. I know you didn't watch it. Come on. So be true to what you do, because we've all been there. We've all done that. I'm just giving you a heads up. That's a good way to shut a lot of stuff down. So go spend the time over there.
Yeah, you know, when I think I've been hovering around for the last several months, 530 subscribers. So I'm nowhere near the monetization thing. So I haven't even paid much attention to that. But, you know, when I started, I was like I got to 50 just with like friends and family. And then I'm like, man, I'm just stuck here. So I went out and I started doing giveaways. And all of a sudden I jumped up, you know, I surpassed 100, and then I surpassed 200, 300. And I'm like, wow, this is awesome. But none of I mean, you go to the YouTube studio and there's no engagement. You know, anybody who watches my videos, like 3% of them are subscribers. They're just in it for the free stuff, which is I'll still do. I still like giving away stuff. But you know, you got to be careful. I ran into you guys. It's only been a few weeks, and you were on another live stream. You were commenting. I just went in and, oh man, started having some conversations, and man, these guys are just like me. And it's been cool, like I said, to get to know you. And I have the last several nights that you guys have gone live, I've literally, everybody who's popped in, I've clicked on their link and said, if it's a channel I think I'll like, I just subscribe. And there's a few people in here that have some great content that I've never heard of, but it's just doing it this way with building a community is really what it's all about, I think.
Absolutely.
Right. You know, as part of a community, you know, everyone kind of helps each other out because like you said, and there's people I know that have amazing content that's like Hollywood level, amazing talents, but because of the way YouTube's algorithm works, you know, they never get noticed, they never get saw. I mean, there's people that I've talked to, people that are in the chat that have just, you know, amazing content. They've proven themselves outside of YouTube by other means, and you know, you never hear about them unless, you know, they come forward and tell you, or you know, whatever the situation may be. So that's kind of what, as a community, as long as you're true, you don't, BS one another and go behind someone's back, later down the road or whatever. You just stick together and be, true with each other and help each other out. And it helps your channel out. And, you make good friends on YouTube. I made some pretty good friends on YouTube. I made some pretty worse enemies too, but all in all, it's all good.
What?
What? What do you mean, what?
What? No, I said you were saying he had made some really good friends, and I'm going like this. And when I'm starting to do this, and it shows up on a video, it says, "And I made some good enemies." I'm like, "Oh no, not me, not me."
Oh.
I know Tyler was talking about me when he was talking about Hollywood level, channels. You're talking about me, weren't you?
Yeah, you make your content is pretty smooth. Like I said, in the beginning, when I was very passionate about YouTube when I first started, I had dreams and hopes. I really took my time when it came to editing, making sure my shots were good. And then once you start dealing with a bunch of stuff on YouTube, whether it's other creators or you're frustrated with your views, you're frustrated with your subscribers gaining, losing. It kind of takes effect on the way you perform on YouTube when it comes to your editing and the way you shoot your videos. But I think I've learned to just kind of put everything behind me and focus more on making my content look, and sure I'm not worried about the next person out there that might have a problem or whatever.
And actually, Chelser says it too, in Trash Trailer Trash says it. You see where we are on our little Chelser, and Chelser's saying everybody's live tonight, and he says, "Yeah, you see where we are." That's what I'm talking about. Another one here is Elf. Elf has been a part of my channel for a very, very long time. There's so many people that are in this chat that have been here since I've started my channel. That's what you got YouTube's 10% rule. You got 10% of your people. So if you got 4,000 people, you're going to have 40 of those 4,000 that are going to be actually true to your channel. And that's what I love about the people that are in the chat right now, is these guys they're here, they're participating. That's why they're all blue. That reminds me, Dams, you've been back again. And that's a really cool thing about this, is that's how you build your family and you build your community up, is because it's said and true. And if you got good content, they're going to come back and check you out, no matter what you got going on. I mean, me and Tyler can be not even. The other night he went live and he didn't even post it out, did you? And look at that. I mean,
No.
Boom, everybody's there. It's like, that's what we're talking about. In the yard,
Yep.
back. And he's from Australia, where it's nice and warm.
Yeah, I think I went live the other night. It was just kind of a random stream. I think I had roughly around 30 to 40 people in there just hanging out on Christmas night, nothing special. I didn't, tell anyone I was going live. And that's how like the true part of your subscribers are the ones that are constantly, getting notifications, letting you know what's going on with your channel. But then again, I can see, not everyone has time all day to be on YouTube or to watch a video the second it gets released, once it gets uploaded. Like I said, there's times that I don't even have 5 minutes in a day to give someone a call back or, go through an email or anything like that, watch a video. So I totally understand it.
You guys are machines. You've been going live. I mean, I don't know if it's pretty typical what you've been doing the last few weeks, but no, that's awesome. And I love the interaction that you have with everybody, and you can tell it's a family community.
Absolutely.
So.
Yep.
Mary spent.
Yeah, we've.
That was kind of funny because
go ahead, Mark.
I'm at work and my phone's going off. I'm like, what's going on here? And I'm looking, and here's Chelser. I'm bored. Here's Mary. I'm bored. Here's Trail Trash. I'm bored. I got nothing to do, So they're sitting there, they're watching videos that I did 2-3 years ago to try to get my numbers up. That is so cool, and I thank you guys so much for doing that. That is awesome. I'm like, I was actually had smiles on my face at work because people were sitting there, they're going back and they're watching these older videos that I was doing. So that's kind of what I mean when you come into these people and you see these channels, that's how you treat them. And I'll tell you what, from my personal experience, it's a big, even how big we are, and we're not even that big. It means a lot to us. As creators, somebody's watching those videos and spending the time on there, and you can actually they're telling questions about stuff that's in the middle, beginning, and end. So they actually watched it all the way through, not 30 seconds of it. That's way cool. Jester says, "I'm not bored. I just didn't have anything to do." Well, thank you, buddy.
I'm kind of said I moderate for Zachary Fowler's channel, so I'm trying to stay somewhat on both here.
He's a busy man.
Yeah. Oh, that's where I found you, Tyler.
I have roughly 6,000 to 8,000 people per premiere that he does, and I'm his only moderator. It gets a little overwhelming, and then usually he'll have like Craig go right after that, or like I moderate for Kevin, which is LA Beast, who has like 3 million subscribers, and then my buddy Man Plus River, who has like 4 million. I'm a constant busy guy when it comes to being on YouTube and that kind of stuff.
Tyler, they want you to type something in the chat so they can go and show you some love in your channel.
I can't do anything on this chat up here. And it's like froze up on me.
I'll put it in there. Not a problem. We have the ability to do stuff. That's the other thing that me and Tyler like to do, is because he did clean out his computer and got some oomph behind her, but with my stuff here, I can still go and do things that he can't do yet. So, guys, I'm going to post Tyler's channel here in the chat. So for those that does not have Tyler, I know there's a bunch of my homesteading community that are in here. Please go and check him out.
See, that's the thing I don't get. I made that. I didn't even make that. When I made my YouTube channel, that link came into it, and then of course, once you hit your 100 subscribers, you can change your URL, and that's something I don't understand, why YouTube allows you to change your URL if it doesn't actually change it. Because as you see, it still says Tyler the Killer, and that was like back when I was like really into like Call of Duty and stuff like that. So
I think mine says Rolling Homestead on it.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I don't think I've gotten to that point yet. So you gotta go for the long URL for me.
Yeah.
So Tyler, what you were showing your camera stuff earlier. What how do you keep that stuff charged when you go on extended trips?
I have the I don't know if I have them. And like I say, I was in the woods all day today, and I left all my gear out in my Jeep. I just take battery banks. As far as like GoPros and stuff like that, I don't do a whole lot of shooting especially if I know I'm like on an extended somewhere. I kind of limit my shots to just getting a setup going, show me set up a shelter, a tent, a hammock, whatever. And then, take some shots of me doing some paddling if I'm in my canoe. And then, pretty much just your basic setup stuff, like getting a fire going, cooking, get 5-10 minutes of recording of yourself cooking, maybe 5 or 10 minutes at night as you're laying down, telling about how your day went. And that's pretty much it. So I could literally go out there, and if I do a 5-day trip, I would potentially record about roughly 10 to 15 hours of that. I don't really do a whole lot like I used to in the beginning. I used to record from the time I got out there to the time I would leave. And I realized like there was a lot of footage that I just don't use. And if I did use it, it would make for a very boring video. Because, you got to understand too, based off your subscribers, what do they have time for during the day to click on a video? Do your subscribers have 2-3 hours of time to watch a 2 or 3 hour long video, or do they only have, their lunch break, which consists of roughly 30 minutes to watch a 15-minute video? So you kind of have to leave that into play too on your video links. So
James,
I found out recently that most of my subscribers have roughly about 30 minutes a day to be on YouTube to watch one of my videos. So I try to keep it roughly within 30 minutes or less.
James, the other thing too is, yeah, you have a point. You got full solar panels. The problem here in Wisconsin, we can go 7-10 days without sun. We're going on our 5th day with a fog that you can cut with a knife. I took this one out here. Like, no, right now these are charging off of my studio lights. I took this outside to see what it would do in the fog, and I couldn't even get a charge up. So that's one of the big problems that you have here in our weather, in our environment, is solar doesn't always want to work. And I was actually going to take the homestead, and we were going to put solar panels up on the roof. And this is a place out of California. They've got great reviews. They were going to fly out here, do the estimates, and everything. The day that they were going to fly out, they called me up and they asked me if everything was good to go. And then I told them I'm going on my 7th day of no sun. And they said, solar panels aren't for you. And I said, nah, I was kind of thinking of that. Wind turbine would be a lot better. We got some nice winds up here. Yeah, I'm in Seattle, so I get it. Help.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean the value that a solar panel would bring is not too much. Maybe, even here in Michigan, I mean, I have a few days it's sunny and that works great. But I mean, my buddy that I went up to Northern Ontario this summer, he brought one, big one. I mean, just if you watch the video, it's kind of actually pretty hilarious. He had it strapped to his kayak, and one day it was sunny, then it was great, charged everything. The next day it was partly sunny, breaking through the clouds every so often, and you couldn't get enough to charge everything you needed to charge. So that's the thing, we're talking camera gear and stuff, and if you're a YouTube creator, you realize this, but it triples my gear that I would take out on something. I did an overnight survival with only knife, and I had a backpack, and some of the people are like, what's going on? You say you're, only a knife, but what's in your backpack? So, open it up and it's all camera gear. And not only does it double the size of your pack, it triples the weight of your pack if you're heading out there, and it's, then the whole hassle of trying to keep everything and film the right stuff, and camera always dies, it seems like, right when you're, right when you're in a spot where it's an epic moment. And so it's just the whole different animal, just going out and surviving as opposed to going out and filming your survival.
Right. That's the other thing too, is we're going to be, I got the otter sled up here in 100 some inches of snow. You don't want that on your back. Even if you got snowshoes that are capable of carrying 300 pounds, you got to remember you're sinking in at least 12 to 16 inches per step. Mm-hmm. Just think of the calorie take you're burning on that. It's humongous. So it's easier to throw this stuff in an otter sled and pull the otter sled, because that doesn't matter. It'll float across anything. And that gives you the ability to go even farther yet, because the hike that we got to do to get in here is going to be massive to begin with. So, and depending on when these guys get up here, as soon as they get up here, we're going to turn and we're going to burn, and we're heading out. We're going to say, hey, congratulations. Glad y'all came. Thumbs up, high five. We're gone. Because I want to get out there as quick as I can, because I know what we got to get into and what we got to do. Absolutely. Yeah, Huntsman, anything less than 10 minutes has limited ads too. Absolutely.
Yeah, what do you guys, I've been just filming 30 minutes, kind of breaking up my whatever adventure into 30 minutes. And I kind of do that just because what I've seen on some of the other bigger, Zach Fowler does about 30, of course, Joe Robinette, he's at an hour and a half. But people watch his stuff no matter what he puts up, So I've been trying to figure that out. what works better for my family.
What you got to do is you got to look at your annual watch time and do an average. My average watch time has been about 9 minutes.
Yeah, mine's roughly 6 to 7.
So then what I do is I know that 10-minute is a cross line there, so I'll put some at 15. I've done some short videos. If we're doing shout outs or we're doing something, hey, Tyler's going live, come over here. They're only 3 minutes long. And yeah, I'm going to get 30 views. I'm not going to expect anything from that, but at least it gives, because I know YouTube's not pushing out the notifications the way they should be. It lets other people know, just like Tyler does for me. You know, hey, Mark's live, come on over here. That helps us out because YouTube doesn't give that notification out. So, guys, if you haven't already or haven't done it, share this out on your social medias. Give it a thumbs up if you haven't. And give us a like. It does help, and it shows YouTube that we are not this laid back, easy going. We actually want to do what we want to do here. And Mary, we're going to be going through that here soon about equipment-wise and content and streaming. If you want to do the production streaming and stuff like that, or if you just want to sit behind a desk and talk to somebody, we're going to give that option. There's a lot of free software and that you can use. And a lot of people don't know that your camera that you're using to live stream with, so you like your C90, your C94, your C92. Tyler's making a mess. All those have the live stream capabilities. So if you don't have the software to go live streaming, your camera that you buy, like a C90 might cost you, like the C90 Pro is like $90. Plug it in, you're ready to go. And it has an upload right now that you can download, and it gives you the opportunity to live stream right off your C90. You don't need StreamYard, you don't need OBS, you don't need any of that stuff. You can, it has a green screen, you can put pictures behind you, you can do all that stuff. And that's just right off your camera. So there's a lot of cool stuff.
The thing about live streaming is you don't necessarily go back and edit it afterwards. So I mean, you may, spend an hour or two, but when I go out on an adventure, if I film one overnight and I have 3-4 hours of footage, and it takes me probably 5-10 hours to edit that down and then upload it and all that kind of stuff. So I've been hesitant to go live streaming. Just I don't have the audience engagement so far, but it's I think it's an awesome way to build community.
Thank you so much, Kelser. I appreciate it, buddy. And actually, guys, Tyler doesn't know, but now that I'm getting super chats, you want Tyler to come up here, that's where all the super chats are going, is to him. So that's going to help him pay for his gas and his gear and everything like that to come up here and spend some time with us. So from now until he gets up here, all my super chats, all that stuff is going to Tyler Woods. So just so you guys know.
I appreciate it. Like I said, it's this whole video collab thing came at the worst time. Like I said, doing construction and then getting laid off without any notice until God knows when. It's like the worst ever because it's been ridiculous. I during the summertime for like the last year, I've been working 80 plus hours a week, and then all of a sudden work just came to a complete stop without any notification. So doing this kind of stuff, coming up there, having to buy extra batteries and stuff. I'm not really focused on the gear because I think what I have I can handle with. It's just making sure I can be able to record this for my audience, for them to see my side of this. This is probably $300-400 in this last week just by buying batteries, thermal jackets, a whole nother camera. So absolutely.
Awesome. Have you spent some time out? I think I heard you talking about a negative 60-degree overnight, Tyler, one time, huh?
Yeah, negative 53, but I mean, it could have been negative 100 for all I knew how cold it was. Yeah, I did that for. I was out there for 2 weeks. Only 2 of those days were that negative 50. It did manage to get up to around negative 25, negative 30, which is still pretty cold. So yeah, like I said, I have no issues with cold weather. As far as like doing construction, I did work last year in the wintertime, with it being around that cold too, and it just all depends on how you layer yourself, making sure you're not sweating, because as soon as you start sweating, that's pretty much when it's like game over in that kind of environment.
Yeah. That'd be another good topic for a live stream is dress. We talked about gear the other night and, technical camera equipment tonight, and just dressing in layers. I think there's a lot of good information out there for that.
Yeah, James.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Trying to tell him his PayPal got screwed up, so we're going to do something else here shortly so that he can have like a GoFundMe or something like that. I think we're going to try to set up for him, see how that works out. Just so
I'm not too sure. I as a YouTuber, when you start, your channel starts growing, you're going to get a lot of people that want to send you stuff. I had this company overseas from China try to send me a bunch of their, quite frankly, it was like some of the worst gear I've ever seen. Without my authorization, they went ahead and approved it. Sent me money that I never even used off of that PayPal account, and then like a week later, they like put a block on my account because they sent me money and I didn't order the product off of him. So I don't know how to fix that yet, and I'm working on that.
And it's kind of cheating for me because I'm in my own neck of the woods, so I kind of. Yeah, you gotta help the boy out a little bit. Come on, guys, let's give him some. I mean, you got to think
about the hardest thing, like I said, is going to be when we get up there. It's going to be pretty much straight, haul butt to start getting everything going, video cameras going,
these guys
all that kind of stuff.
No sleep, driving all night long, and then they're going to come out here and I'm going to say, all rested and ready to go. Let's go into the woods. We go, and they ain't gonna have a break. So I'm gonna just like boot camp when you're getting into service and you get off that bus. If you guys that are in the military, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That's what these boys are gonna go through. We're not gonna be messing around. We're gonna get here. We're gonna go right out there.
The other challenge is going to be, I mean, I'm in Michigan. I'm not that much further south from you, but it gets dark. February, I think it's got to be around 5 p.m. So it doesn't get light until, after 7 or 8. You're farther north, so that's even more of a challenge.
These guys are going to be, that's the kind of thing is Tyler's like going to try to drive through the night to get here in the morning so that we can go right away if it works out as planned. But you're still exactly 100%. 4:30 it gets dark out. Anybody that has ever tried to build a super shelter by yourself, I mean, mine took me a day and a half, and I was trying to sleep it in the second night. I wanted to be in there sleeping, and I had 4 other people helping me because I had to haul the wood in there, cut it, put it in place, tie it in, all that other stuff. It takes time to build this stuff.
Yeah. Absolutely. Like I said, that's the biggest thing too. Is not only are we fighting the elements, being outdoors, the freezing cold weather, wind, snow. We're going to be battling time against the sun because that's the only time we can really technically do a lot of our heavy recording would be during the daytime. So if the sun doesn't come up till 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, and it goes down at 4:30, that doesn't give us a whole lot of time to do our shooting, but also do what we have to do for our work gear.
Tyler, did you see Herbert's post there?
He said, now that's popped up. You should set up a wish list of gear needed on Amazon. Send me a link and see if I can help you out. That's awesome, Dan. Like I said, I don't know. I'm not too worried about the gear as of right now. Like I said, I just want to make sure before I leave everything. okay into that time. Most that I'm worried about is just making sure that I can afford to leave and make sure all my bills at home are taken care of before I head out there, and stuff like that.
Tyler,
What do you guys use to edit?
he uses Panorama or Panorama. How do you say that, Tyler? Panorama or something like I use Cyber Director. Oh,
He's gone.
daughter's having a fit. Oh, Tyler Fund, there's another 10 in there. Thank you so much, Grace, for donating to Tyler. We figured it out. It was going to cost him right around $80 to get up here for gas, and he's got to fill up again to get home. So I'm hoping, if nothing else, I can pay for his fuel when he gets here. Now that is, well, he can still hear what I got to say, so I can't say it on here, but he's got another surprise coming too.
He's got some gas money coming in tonight.
Yeah, he's got gas money coming in. That's awesome, guys. That's what I like to see.
Yeah, depending on the battery situation, I mean, you're going to probably end up filming a lot of stuff at night, and that's going to really drain a lot of battery power you have too.
Right.
Since it gets dark, I mean, it's such a limited time. You're probably going to have to work into the night on occasion, and you want laying there for 12 hours when it's cold. That's brutal.
Actually, I do have a set of USB LED lights, so they can be plugged into a battery pack. I tried it out. Let me go show you what I'm talking about.
Well, hey guys, I'm the special guest and everybody's taking off, so I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign. We're talking all things tech and gear when it comes to filming outdoor adventures. Mark's bringing back something that's about to be revealed.
They're not much. The idea behind this is because if you ever seen when you lose your power and it's dark, but these are like LED bulbs. But what's cool about it is I don't know if you guys can see that or not. So they're kind of like a Christmas bulb, but they do have a steady light in there. I think they're like 50, 60 feet long. So if nothing else, I'm running that off a power pack.
Yeah.
So it does give some kind of light. That's the main thing, is because no matter how you look at it, the woods are dangerous. There's trip hazards all over the place. So it's just one of those things where you can give out some kind of light. I had them. They're a little cheesy, but hey.
Yeah, some of the cameras that you showed, that Canon camera and, the DSLR and things like those lights reflecting off of the snow is actually going to illuminate. I mean, it's not going to be the greatest footage necessarily, but that little bit of light's going to be enough, I think, for people to see at least what's going on.
What's cool about that light pack I got is that you can add 3 of these things to it. So there it is. Anybody that's interested in picking one of these up.
Screen there, Mark.
Oh yeah. So there you guys go. Anybody who's interested in picking up one of these light kits, they're very reasonable price. You can find them on Amazon. And you can add 3 up to them to one thing. So you put that on a camera, even if you look at that, I have other extensions that I can put on here. What's really nice with this, you can tie other things in and put more junk on it if you want. But I can add this right because there's a hole here and a hole here. So I can actually add this on the bottom, the side, wherever I want to, and add it to my camera. It's going to add a little bit more weight, but obviously I want to make sure that you guys get the best shot of what we're doing. So, and I've got stands and other stuff, but that's the other thing is we've got ways around the darkness, but it will affect us tremendously.
Yeah, that's a nice setup. What lens do you have on that Canon camera?
Right now, this is my EFS 10 by 18 millimeter wide, this is my wide zoom on here right now. I do have the standard lens that comes with a Canon, and this is the 18 by 55 with the autofocus, and then the stabilization, all that stuff is on here. So you can, if you see that, I got that one. Then I got my big lens, which is the Canon, the 750 by 300 millimeter zoom. That's got autofocus, stabilization, so I can get some really nice stuff with that. And then I have just a standard. Where is it? And this is from Yokino. And this is just your standard 50 millimeter for pictures. So if you want to get that cinematic, and I think Waypoint can tell you about, because he was in photography, that cinematic view that you're looking for. I can do some fading in during some blurred shots and this is what this lens is strictly for.
Yeah, I've got a version of the Canon version, the Nifty, they call it the Nifty 50, and that's a great little lens. You get super low aperture, which means you can go in lower light. That's the beauty with that lens. The downside is it's a prime lens, so you can't get that zoom range.
Right.
But I've got a 24 millimeter, and I've got the 50, and that's pretty much what I'll use.
So Tyler, Grace just added to your funds. You are up to $40 already. Grace just gave you another $20 super chat.
Oh,
now
wow. Thank you so much, Grace.
So
I really do appreciate it a lot.
This is like for my GoPros. This is a selfie stick for the GoPros. I do have the chest. I got the hat. I got the backpack. All that gear that comes with the GoPros. And what's really cool is my really good tripod that's hydraulic filled. That one has a built-in selfie stick. You take one of the legs off, and then you got a selfie stick. You can take your actual head off, screw it back into the selfie stick. So that's kind of cool to have that too.
Man, you gotta have some muscles to lift that thing up. And
you said that was Grace?
That was Grace.
Grace, okay. Yeah, thank you again, Grace, so much. Like I said, that really does help. This video series, just like I said, it came at the worst time because, like I said, I've never been one to just sit around and not do anything. I've actually been putting in applications to do like a part-time job until work picks back up. Like I said, I do construction, and like I said, a lot of people know on my videos that I'll still be in my high-vis clothing because as soon as I get off work, I'll try to go out to the woods. And like when I was doing that the bushcraft camp series that I was doing, I was still in my work clothes because I get up at 4 a.m, go to work, and I want to get off till 6:30, 7 o'clock at night. So yeah, it's hard for me to adjust. I've been out in the woods this last few days trying to keep myself busy, so it does mean a lot.
Yeah, so this is that other tripod I was talking about, and this one is the only thing I'm worried about is that fluid head in a cold environment, because I think I'll wake up and everything will be stiff. But what's really nice about this one, obviously, is you got that fluid head, but at the same time, you take this leg right here.
Hey, Unboxed Warehouse, how's it going, buddy?
Great to see you. And now you have a selfie stick where this head will screw right into here, and you got one that can actually hold your weight of the Canon, the bigger cameras, which is really cool. So I like that. If
anyone that wants to talk anything electronic or anything like that, tech, that would be the guy to talk to. I don't know if you know who he is, Mark. Unbox Warehouse. He's got an awesome channel. I actually know him by watching all of his videos and stuff.
No,
He
I
says
don't.
that's not a fluid head. That is a camera tripod, and a fluid heads are for videos.
Oh, okay. They ripped me off.
Thank you.
Yeah, like I said, for the longest time, I thought my Nikon here was having issues with cold weather when it came to recording because it would just freeze up on me when I'm out there recording my videos. And I had the thermal jacket on it today, and it was having the same issues. It would just freeze up in the middle of recording. I would try shutting it off, and then it wouldn't shut off. I'd have to actually take the battery out of my Nikon for the screen and everything to shut down. Put the battery back in the camera, and then hit the shutter button for it to turn on. So I'm looking at some kind of issue with the camera itself. I'm hoping maybe I could find a solution online when it comes to if anyone else has had any kind of issues like that. Like I said, I bought that new lens, hoping maybe just the Nikon 18 by 55 lens was just having issues with it.
Does the camera body, Tyler, feel pretty hot, pretty warm to the touch? Is it the camera itself overheating?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't feel anything like that. Like I said, I'm doing this in like roughly 20, 30 degree weather, so I don't know. It's not getting hot by any means.
This is actually, I figured all this weight up here with this, that's pretty well balanced, I got to admit.
That's a nice setup. With that extra handle, you can get some steadier shots too.
Yeah. So actually, I figured that'd be a lot heavier than that, but like I said, I got the outrigger arms that you can go on here, so I can put the lights on the outside of it too. So I'm not too worried, but I'm actually happy with this. It's a good setup. But I'm having one of my problems that I'm having in my environment is my battery life is usually about 4 to 4.5 hours. And in this kind of environment, I'm only getting 45 minutes to an hour now. And that's, I got 5 batteries with this thing, but it does suck the juice. Takes the life right out of it. So where did this unbox? It says it is called a fluid head because it can fluidly move when you're recording a video. Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, those a fluid head are nice, especially for video. But yeah, I do share your concern about it freezing up, and I've never used it in those extremes. I've never taken out a expensive fluid head tripod mount in those temperatures. So it'd be interesting.
So Unbox, how do we get our batteries to last longer in this kind of environment that we're going to put this stuff through? What's your thoughts on that?
Yes, Nate?
Turning chargers, probably.
Tyler did the research on this one. There's some kind of gimbal or some kind of thing in this camera or this camcorder, Tyler?
Yeah. I think it's like the Axis gimbal on it.
Oh yeah, so it's got an optical image stabilization then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rather than a digital.
He said get more batteries. I think that's about the only thing you can do. I mean, besides keeping them in your pocket with some hand warmers. But even then, as soon as you go ahead and put the batteries in the camera when you're facing -30, -40, -60 weather, there's really not much you can really do. Like I said, I'm hoping that thermal for the camera is going to really help with it, making sure everything's running properly, and hopefully maybe keep those batteries going. I can maybe do like some hot swapping back and forth with the batteries. So I guess we'll only see as soon as the time comes.
These LEDs too, they don't give off enough heat to do anything anyway, I was thinking that'd be
Right.
great too, but this light don't give enough heat off.
Well, see, I think a lot of the issue too is when my batteries start getting to that that 1 bar mark. As soon as that's when I start having issues with my camera like freezing up. So I think as long as I keep my batteries full or only record until I get about half a battery left, and then just start switching them over and charge them as I go. I don't know. I'll have it. Hopefully, I'll have it figured out by the time I get down there.
When I did that first video and all I had was that cheap Chinese version of the GoPro, it was different than this, but it was a similar setup where I could hook this directly through USB. It's a charger that a third party charger, and I just took some tape and I put it across that, and with my USB kind of taped it like this, stuck it in my pocket, and I had 5 batteries, but I found out I generally throughout the day just used 3 because I could have 2 of them on the charger, but they were taped in, and then swap them out with the one in my camera. But it was lasting 5 minutes, so it was pretty crazy. But I thought about that on my last video with the elk hunt, putting the hand warmers or the toe warmers. They got those toe warmers that have the sticky side on the back. That might be a solution to keep the batteries from losing the charge because of the cold weather.
Yeah, I guess that's what I do. I'll wrap like 3 or 4 of my batteries for my camera into a Ziploc baggie with like 2 or 3 of those hand warmers, and leave those in my pocket the whole time. Like I said, the issue that I'm having with battery issues is this is a Nikon D5300 DSLR. I spent a lot of money on this camera when it came out. I think I paid roughly $1,700 for it because it had everything that I wanted. The only thing I dislike about it is the noises it makes when you have autofocus on with the smaller wide angle lens. So I don't know. I guess just keep buying more batteries then.
Actually, unboxing mine is a Canon DSLR. It's a Rebel. I think it's a Rebel. The Rebel SL2.
Yeah, I actually looked into the Sony A7. I've heard I was hearing from other YouTubers that use that for their channel for like the outdoor channels. They really like it. I guess I've never really been like a big Sony fan. When it comes to my mind, when it comes to cameras or stuff like that, for outdoors at least, I've always heard Canon and Nikons were like the top line when it comes to video footage.
Yeah, and really Canon's been, in the video game for a long time. I just gravitated back towards it when I picked up this camera because of my my history with it when I was doing that for a living. So just
right.
Familiarity thing, but Nikon's great too.
Yeah, mirrorless cameras use way less power. And that's kind of like I was telling Mark, getting into the whole camcorder aspect of doing video, because I don't need this camera to really shoot photos. I don't actually go out there and just do like nature shots. Although this camera works phenomenal for that. I was really getting into the whole camcorder aspect of it, but I just haven't found that one camcorder yet that's reasonably priced that I would consider purchasing for the channel. So, like I said, I know Drop Forge Survival, he has that Canon, what is it? I can't remember.
Yeah, the one that's like mucho bucks.
Yeah.
You think twice about buying an expensive camera when you're just going out in the woods and, and all the elements and the weather. I mean,
well, the thing is too is you're always when you're building your channel, as your channel builds, you're stepping up and your equipment is getting to that point where it's getting better and better each time. As you grow, you also grow your gear with it. And when you can have that many subscribers, and then you can have that kind of stuff, because roughly, let's just say that's a half of a video. So what he makes in a half of a video can buy his camera.
Right. Yeah. If
Right.
you're,
Yeah, it was. Oh, go ahead.
Chicken Farmer, great. Thank you for coming in here. Good to see you.
Yeah, he's got the Canon XA50 for camcorders. But no, I totally agree with you there. Warehouse. Yeah, definitely just shoot, what you plan on. Don't shoot everything. And it always does help too, especially when it comes back to the editing side of YouTube is, if you shoot in sequences, your start, your middle, your finish, it helps save battery life, memory storage, and all that good stuff. It helps editing.
Tyler, how many cards you got?
I have about 6 cards. I have 2 128 gigs. I've got a few 32 gigs and a few 64 gigabytes.
All right, so we're about the same.
And even when I shoot 4K, I still have plenty enough. I can shoot 4K this whole trip and still have plenty of memory left over.
yeah, storage used to be an issue, but now it's become so inexpensive and easy. It's not. I mean, with SD cards, it's really almost a non-issue. But yeah, one of the things I've done, if you're just joining the live stream, this Canon M50, but I discovered a lot of different cameras have this. On the very bottom of it is a door, and I bought a dummy battery. It's basically what they use for the display cameras on the shelves, so they can stay powered on all the time. And I plugged that through a USB cable, special USB cable, into my charger, and that then I'm not relying on the small little camera battery. It's a little less portable, but it works. I mean, I've been able to film all day in not what these guys are talking about, -60, but in freezing temperatures. And it's really, that was a game changer for me, being able to plug my camera, if it's on a tripod and it's just sitting there filming them, for a while, then, I didn't have to worry about changing the battery every 15 minutes.
Well, I'm hoping that we can do the camcorder is telling me that I got probably roughly about a 4.5 hour battery life on that one, and that's probably in normal temperatures of 20-30 degrees. I'm hoping the GoPros with a 4K, I can get a little bit more out of them, and then we'll just have to put them next to the fire, warm them up. Okay, Red Lotus, thank you for coming in here and joining us. Good to see you.
Yeah, Unboxing Warehouse is talking about being purposeful with his filming. I mean, that you really got to do that, especially in cold temperatures. That's a great point. I edit through LumaFusion on my iPad, and that's then I actually take that out with me. And if I'm, especially in a winter adventure, it gets dark super early, and I'm not tired yet, and I can sit there and at least sort through my footage while it's fresh in my mind. But then there's other adventures where you don't have time to do that, But for me, if I don't at least sort through the footage shortly after I film it, then I forget. It's a whole new adventure trying to sort out your footage. But I'm not very purposeful in my filming. I just try and capture everything.
Herbert, are you talking about the Canon camcorder here, this little one here? This is the one that Canon just came out with 2 weeks ago. This is the Vixia HF-W11. So
Waterproof up to 16 feet, shockproof of 5 feet, freeze point of -14. Like I said, I picked one up they had them on sale at Best Buy for I think $229. So they're pretty reasonable price, being a Canon. Like I said, the only downside bottom is they're on them, like going through the menus. It seems to be a little bit of like 2010, 2011-ish. Yeah, so I don't know. That's like the biggest turnoff for me when it comes to that camera. But I think it will for what we're going to be doing.
The zoom on this thing's amazing, though. If you see the videos behind it,
Right.
you know, that's a problem that we were all talking about, and I seen it on bigger channels. I seen it on Zach's channel. You know, you see some wildlife or you see something that's out there, and you got the wide lens on, and you go to zoom in and you can't get it because it's too far out there. That's where I'm hoping that the Canon, I can just pop it out and boom, I'm going, and I can zoom in and do my thing, come back out, and then put that in later on. That's kind of what I'm looking at on this one, because I've been there myself where I'm like, oh, look at that, and I can't get it. It's too far away.
That's the problem with DSLR. You either have to get an extra lens that's just big and bulky and, you know, expensive. Yeah.
But it's like what you said, though, you know, by the time you get that lens on, so, if, you know, right now I got my wide lens on for my wide angle, and all my lenses also have the UV protection lens on them. Throw this big thing on here, and that thing is going to be out to the moon and back.
Yep. That I don't know if you saw, and not that Zach Fowler needs a shout out, but to kind of go back to, I think it was day 2 or 3 on his 30-day survival challenge with Greg. He tried getting, there was goats up on a hill, and he zoomed in on his DSLR, and then Greg had a thing where he was able to zoom in with that camcorder 5 times as far.
Yeah, so, you know, you gotta, that's the thing, is everybody's talking about hot battering. Well, you gotta shut down, you gotta switch this out and put this back on. Well, by that time, anything is gonna be gone. And if anybody's ever tried to use one of these things in just its normal mode, it's impossible. You know, these things are made to just reach out and touch someone. So
DSLR is good for close up and portrait and selfie. I mean, you got the bokeh, you know, the blur background in the back, but camcorder is a second one. The downside with that waterproof one is there's no external microphone input, but if you're using it as a second camera, and that microphone input would make it not waterproof, just by, you know, that's why they can't do that.
Well, the cool thing about this is that I can hook up my I have wireless mics that'll be here tomorrow, and I can hook that into this, and I got 2 sets, so I could be wherever I want to, and as long as this thing is running somewhere, that mic is getting picked up. Plus, I got an external recorder that I got also, where I could plug that into, and it would pick up all the audio. And with the editing software that I have, I can actually take that audio, put it in there. So,
yeah, that's what this actually that I'm live streaming with, this Zoom. I think it's an H2N Andy recorder. I've had this for a while, and back before I had a wireless mic set up, I mean, I was able to use this, and so I just incorporate it into my live stream. I don't really use it that much anymore because I've got the wireless. But yeah, it's so much harder to edit though when you got to sync up the video and the audio, and you don't really know.
That's what's cool about the when you're using not CyberPower, Power Director, is you just line the 2 up. So you take your original audio footage and you drop the other one in, and you hit a button, and it slides it over where it matches, and you're done.
Nice. Wow, that's pretty slick. It's come a long way since I was doing this 10 years ago with Final Cut Pro, you know.
Tyler, you're awful quiet. Drum roll.
Oh, I'm just reading all the comments. I'm trying to get caught back up from earlier. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm at that point where I was excited, then I was at that point where I'm just like, okay, don't get too excited about it. Let's hold off. Let's wait. And I'm ready to get out there and do this.
Trail Trash just said you might be able to use pack lighting. Well, I'm not familiar with that term, pack lighting.
You're talking about drop lights and backlights? That's what I got in my studio, but The problem with that is having a power output out there. I mean, then you're pulling generators and you're pulling all that stuff out. Rick, you got to watch out because you do anything more than like 3 emojis, the software kind of gets all kind of screwy, so you got to keep her down to 3. But otherwise, don't worry about it.
No.
Backlighting, like if we wanted to do what I got in here, so you have 2 of the studio lights set up. I think that'd be it would be really nice out there, especially at nighttime. But then you'd have to have a generator. You'd have to have some kind of power outlet because these things really put out the juice.
Baby Shark, that's got to be Tyler.
Must be an inside joke.
Now, somebody commented, who's playing Baby Shark in the background? I'm pretty sure that's Tyler.
Yeah. I'm guessing
it's not on my favorites playlist.
I'm guessing that would be his daughter watching TV.
Yeah.
And by the way, guys, Tyler got another addition to his family. So everybody here give Tyler a big high five and a clap because now he's a proud father of a husky.
You bringing your dog out on your 7-day husky? 7-day survival challenge? That's one breed that probably could manage it, though. I mean, at some point.
One of the things I wish I could do is because I have a Great Dane pit bull, and then I have a German Shepherd pit bull, and my Great Dane would be an awesome one to have out there because he sticks around. He kind of wanders because his nose gets him in trouble, but he comes right back. Now my other one, he'd be gone. Yeah, Herbert. I just tone it out. I didn't even hear it anymore. Tyler gets all nervous. All you got to remember too is you got YouTube rules. You know, you can't have that audio and that sound in the back, and then they start freaking out and everything else, and then you get a copyright strike. So he's doing what is right there. But yeah, when we're talking, I just drowned it out.
Yep.
I got kids of my own. You should hear when my son's going bonkers and bouncing off the walls. Kids are awesome. Absolutely, Mary. Gotta love it.
Like I said, I was out today and I was messing around with my editing. I had to fix a few shots, so hopefully I can get this video uploaded. Maybe do a premiere or something tomorrow on it. That's kind of what my whole background thing is because I did a 24-hour wallet challenge using everything that I have in my wallet is what I use to do a 24-hour challenge. And I've been editing this. I've been having a lot of issues with my editing software, which is Filmora, because it doesn't like my old laptop. So it's been a constant battle.
Dude, you're a machine. You're just live streaming, then you went out in the woods and.
That's what I said. Well, I had to go to work, and then I'm like, hey, where you at? And I'm in the woods.
I was on chat. He was live streaming. Was that Christmas night? So like, I don't know, it had to have been 3 a.m. or so. I'm like, man. Dude,
yeah. I've been hitting it hard here for a while. I've been trying to get out there and get different shots and different footages for different videos, and yeah, it's been crazy. It's been a crazy last couple of weeks.
Well, the good thing is that we are going to be getting a blizzard. It's supposed to start tomorrow and then go all the way until Tuesday or Wednesday. So I will be going out and trying some of my gear out to see how they react in that kind of environment, and go that route. And maybe I'm going to try to do an overnighter in that. And at the bushcraft camp so I can actually get some really cool footage, and then I'll see how my lights and everything and the packs do. And so I'm like trying to give it a trial run to see how it's going to react to everything.
Yeah, that's a great idea. It was 65 degrees in Michigan, not today, but yesterday. It was crazy. The warmest Christmas I think I can remember. And then dropped down. It was still almost 40 today. But I keep telling my wife, if we don't get snow soon, we're moving. Maybe we'll move to Mark's neck of the woods.
It was 20. My height today was 24, and it's crazy here because and actually that one day, I think it was like the day after Christmas, we hit 41, and the driveway was starting to melt. And we always got a nice base on there for when we plow snow. That way we don't wreck anything. And I pulled in the driveway and I stopped and I ran across the road to get the mail, come back in the truck, and I take off and I'm like, my truck ain't moving. And then all of a sudden I took it out of the traction control and I took it up to the garage there, and I look back and you can see the 2 posi marks going up the driveway where my tires were spinning through the slush and the muck. And I'm like, I walk in the house and I tell Ma, I says, well, I think you're going to be stuck in the house for a couple of days because don't pull a car out. You're going to get through the driveway.
Yeah.
But up here, everybody has big trucks because of the, if you can't go through 2 feet of snow, you're going to have a problem.
Yep. Yeah, my wife's family's from Escanaba, so they definitely get way more snow than we do down here.
And I think I wanted to move south. It's kind of funny because I've got friends in Alaska that they're talking about it's warmer in Alaska than what we have. And I've got them on each end of Alaska. That's the funny part, is from one coast to the other. And you talk to them and they're like, well, yeah, it's like 45 degrees here. The other one's saying, yeah, we're just getting a little bit of dusty and of snow. And here I'm sitting in this white crap all around me that's up to my knees already.
Yeah, I said we haven't had any yet. We've had just a few dustings, but nothing really. So I'm kind of disappointed in that because anyone that does any kind of outdoor videos, you have that winter snow background behind you. It's gonna definitely boost your views and boost your channel up.
Yeah, it's hard to do a winter survival overnight when there's no snow on the ground.
Yeah, there's no snow and it's 60 degrees out that day.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, right. I got back. I went out beginning in November, out to Colorado, did some elk hunting, and we got snow here in Michigan while I was gone. By the time I got back, it was pretty much melted. So I missed the only snow we've had the whole year.
Hey, Chelser, you want to come up and play, or are you going to stay in the sidelines there?
Trail Trash.
I'll be right back.
Trail Trash is talking about making a PVC gimbal. Dude, if you do that, post that on your channel. I'd love to see that.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, okay.
Shelter out of packs left.
He's munching.
Have you, how much snow you have there right now, Mark?
Probably we're looking around, maybe with the way the weather was in a fog here, I'm guessing probably 2.5 feet.
You got enough to do like snow shelter. Get out there and do that. Have you ever done any of those?
Oh yeah. And then because where I live and the winds and everything like that, it gets pretty nasty up here. But they're talking this storm. Well, there's 2 of them. There's coming one from the south on the base of Northern California and coming up that way, and then there's one in the northwest of California coming from that way, and they're supposed to collide right over the top of Minnesota and us. So I hope that they're talking 18, 19, 20 inches of snow with that. So that should be interesting. But statistically saying that we're from last year in February, we had roughly was 132 inches of snow. So, and the weather is crappy the way it is too. So it's going to be interesting. And there's Chelsea.
Forget where there it is. It's on that side. I always forget what the stupid camera is on my phone. I don't use it often. It's not centered. It's off to the left. It's weird.
So, guys, here's Chelsea. For those that have not seen him, we didn't get his camera working properly, but we came up with Plan B.
Plan B starting with Plan C, as in cell phone.
Yep.
It works. Yeah, I haven't even messed with that thing today because I don't want to deal with the stress of having to not have it work. So I said, the hell with it. I'll mess with it later. Y'all get to watch me munch on cheese.
Ooh. Is it from Wisconsin?
Nah, Chicory Farms.
Oh, Mark's offended.
Nope, not Wisconsin. I stopped at the gas station, filled up the truck, and I watched the guy bring them in there. Nice, fresh cheese curds. They were still squeaky. Them are the best.
I like all cheese. Well, most cheese.
Well, if Chaucer's munching, I think I can. I've been trying to discreetly, when you pop my camera off. I've been trying to finish my pizza, but let's have a live stream where everybody's eating. Mark, what do you got to eat?
Not already have my pizza, but if you're ever in Spicy's channel and watch that, and what's really funny is we get Tyler going, especially if it's later on in the evening, and then he just can't take it anymore, and he'll bring out the waffles, and he's running for something else. It's kind of funny.
Well, he's going to have that same problem here in a minute once he gets back.
Yep.
He's going to see us all eating. He's going to be like, damn it, I thought I left Phil's channel.
Yeah, Herbert, we've been telling him and trying to get him to post some stuff, so hopefully pretty soon he will be. Chelsea, you got fans in there asking to post videos.
Yep.
I know.
You got to give me time, people. I don't have many days off right now.
He's pretty stuck on these live streams, so we got James that's going to pop up in here.
Ooh, nice. Herbert, I'll post as soon as I can. I just have to find time when I'm not stuck at work and when I actually have daylight.
You're going to have to shut down the YouTube because you're going to get feedback from StreamYard. So shut down the audio off of YouTube. There we go.
I've got a headphones on, so hopefully it's 5x5.
There we go.
There's
Tyler back.
I'm back.
Just to mess with Tyler. Because I know he's going to be touching on stuff.
What is that?
There you go.
They got pizza and cheese.
All eating?
Yum.
Y'all stop.
Tyler's got his family going on.
Oh, there he goes.
Let's see what he gets.
He couldn't hold on very long, could he?
You guys are
He's
just
gonna come back.
ridiculous.
It's gonna be a waffle or something.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. It all, Mark. He's already munching.
Oh, he's got a
Nice.
candy bar.
Now it
Is
looks
that
like a
white
big
chocolate?
Whoa, whole tray of it.
Peanut
Is
butter
that fudge? Peanut butter fudge.
Peanut butter
That's why
fudge.
it's all light colored. Got it.
Oh, look.
Yep.
back to Rome.
That one.
Oh, what are the meatballs?
Rum and chocolate can't go wrong.
Oh.
There we go.
I also have these. I don't know what they're called, but she takes pretzels and white fudge and chocolate fudge and M&Ms, and she does these little whatchamacallits, and I've been hooked on those. I've been snacking on snacks all day.
Pack on
I
the
have,
pounds before the trip, right?
Yeah, I have a sponsor, RX Bars. I don't know if you guys heard of them, who hooked me up with like a case of these bars. They're really good. like on their logo it says zero this, zero that, zero BS. And it's like one of the best hiking bars you can get, you know, that has a lot of protein. They are a little pricey though. I think they run for around $5 or $6 per bar. But if you eat like two of them, because they're about that big, but if you eat two of those, you won't even need to eat dinner. They pack
Is
so
there
much
any soy in them?
It's like eating Cliff Bars.
Well,
Is
they're
it
kind
soy
of like
protein or what protein?
I don't know. You got to look it up.
You guys all made me hungry.
Yeah, you guys are ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm all jelly.
It all started with Jelser.
Yeah, sorry. You can blame Phil for that because he was teaching us stuff earlier.
Oops.
Oh, they're all-
You guys like that one?
I didn't go
That
to
image?
yeah, someone's got an echo. I don't know where it's coming from.
Here, I'll mute myself.
Test 1, test 2. Tyler, talk.
Yeah, talking.
I don't hear it. You guys still hear the echo?
I don't.
Oh, they think it's Jelser.
I hear an echo, and it's going a little robotic, but yeah. So what was the topic we were on?
Bushcraft in extreme cold weather equipment.
Oh,
All
just
right,
in
I don't know
general?
if you guys can tell by Mark, if you zoom my picture in, these are the bars that I'm talking about. 3 egg whites, 9 almonds, 1 fig, 2 dates, and no BS. They're about the healthiest protein bar you can get on the market, and like I said, they hooked me up with a whole case of them, and they're good. They're pretty good.
Sounds good. I'm avoiding soy, of course.
There we go. There's those BK bars.
What's that?
I just seen those BK bars. I've
You
seen
should see
them
if you get Tyler. See if you can get sponsored by them on your channel.
I am sponsored
Oh, you
by
are?
RX. Yeah, I just haven't done anything with them.
All you really got to do with those is just do like a day trail hike and just bust one of those out to munch on it as a snack, and bam, there's your video.
Right.
I mean, you could do a 15-second clip of you hiking and busting out one of the bars and being like, man, these are the bomb. You guys check this out. Check this company out, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, you could do that as part of your video. You know, you could do it as like an intro or something.
Yeah, I've been slacking on that. I said I got a few sponsors lined up, but I typically like to save those for the videos I know they're going to be really well. So like the last video I put out, the Bushcraft extended gear video, I knew that it wasn't going to do good at all. You know, when it comes to the views and it comes to the watch time on it, you know, it was a 6-minute video. So, you know, I try to save it for when I do something, you know, crazy or epic like this 7-day series or some of the 24-hour or, you know, 3-day survival challenges that we do.
Right. Well, at any point when you're out there and you have the damn things, you can bust one out and do like a 15-second commercial, and add it to it. Or you can have one pre-made that you just post, before every show you upload,
Yeah.
as like a premiere or something.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen a lot
why
of
are
people
you
do that.
ice cream with a fork? Who does that? Who eats ice cream with a fork? That takes
Mary.
forever.
Mary does. He tell her that's why I keep my beard so short is because I can take my silky and I can comb it. Almost.
And if I took your silky and I tried cutting my beard with that, I'd break all the teeth off of it.
Oh, whatever.
All right, guys, I'm back. I just had to step away for a minute.
Silky,
Hey, what,
silky like the handsaw?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The gum boy.
Here you go, Tyler. I'll take this.
I've got one that's a Japanese saw, and it's a little folding saw, and it is so light. I swear if I weighed it out, it'd be like an ounce or two. It's super light, and it's Japanese. It cuts on the pull stroke, and you could take down some decent stuff with it. It's not as aggressive as the silky, but it's so light. It's just the advantages of that.
Been
I
working.
don't know if I could really get into the whole silky saws. I'm a big fan of my Agua Boreal 21 saw, just for the simple fact that it's a full 21-inch saw that can fold up and no one would ever know it's there.
This actually goes in my
Plus,
pocket.
again, I'm sponsored by them too. They actually hooked me up with a bunch of free blades, and it's like the worst sponsorship ever because on those blades for those saws, I still have the same one that the saw that came with, and I have no needs of replacing it because their blades are just tremendous. I mean, they're really good quality. So I got like 20 or 30 blades in my closet that I don't need.
Like high carbon steel, or what is it?
You know what? I honestly don't know off the top of my head. I just know that the multi-purpose blade that I have for it that it came with, I've used it on all sorts of different woods, and I've had it on there for like the last year, and I haven't had no needs of replacing it because it's still is super sharp and there's no bends or kinks in it. So
when you come up here, that means me and you will have to have a little see which saw does better.
little saw off. All right, I'll put you up to that.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. A little silky.
I've gone the silky big boy. I feel like every bushcraft channel has this saw now. Seems like, but I've beat this thing up. I've had it for a couple of years. It's missing one or two teeth, but it's still just as sharp today as it was the day I got it.
Silky's damn good. I got to give you that.
It's convenient. I bought this this holster for it. It just straps right to my belt and just keep it when I need it. I can unclip it and clip it back in. It's pretty slick.
Is this the fixed blade tree saw or what?
Yeah.
Okay, I've got one of those. Those run around $70-$80, right?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I might have got it for around that, and then the little holster was extra.
Well, I don't know if you guys can see it.
85. I got some beard oil too that I never use. Like I said, I never use any beard products, but I got some this Christmas, so it's got like a pine forest smell to it. So I figured I'd try it out.
Hey,
yeah, when I'm going small stuff, I just have this Leatherman Wave. I've had this thing for 20 years. Yeah. Am I doing it? I can hear myself. Am I echoing in everybody else's ear, or is this mine?
Yeah, I can hear you echoing.
I think there's a slight echo. I'm not sure which. Because I muted myself. Did it help?
I don't hear no echo now.
Oh, yeah, I don't hear an echo now. Oh,
No, I
yes, I do.
I hear it in someone's background.
I think it's me. Let me see what I got here.
Let's see if you got any other tabs open, make sure that those are shut so I don't play back the audio through them.
Can you guys see that?
All right.
This is 3.2 ounces. Okay. And it folds out and locks.
It's about a 6-inch blade on there. That's not too bad.
It's a pretty nice blade, but it's 3.2 ounces, and it's like amazing for packing.
You wouldn't
Just
even
so
know you
light.
had it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know. I love it because of how light it is. I mean, as long as you're careful when you're using it, this thing will last you a while.
Yeah, pull saws always seem to be the better when it comes to cutting for some bizarre reason. They
Well,
always
it's a
seem to.
Japanese knife. All Japanese knives cut on the pull stroke. You bring it towards your center. You know what I mean?
Yeah, keeps your line
And that-
straighter.
It's a straighter. It's more controlled. Like, you know, a lot of people say whittle away from you, you know, and for the most part, yeah, but you do have more control if you bring it in, you know.
Oh, that's whittling though. I mean, that's a lot. That's a bigger beast.
Anything.
Can you imagine
the
if
whole
you
concept. Okay. Yeah, Mora makes some beautiful whittling knives.
I
They
got
got
a,
a huge light one actually.
I got the first original Mora still with me.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got the beefy one. The high carbon, the
Yeah.
really thick one. Yep.
Yeah, I don't have the high
They're
carbon one.
badass.
I spend $70 a knife.
Well, ideally, I mean, if you're like out in the snow all the time, you'd probably want the orange stainless steel one.
I got
You
the
know.
red one. I got the red one also.
The high carbon, the small one.
Yeah.
Nice. I just sent that to somebody. Where is it here? Here's the blue, the stainless steel, and it's only like $11, $12.
Oh, hang on. We're gonna. There you go.
Did I hit the wrong
Yeah.
one?
Hit the wrong button.
No, this is, you know, and this is like $11, $12. I mean,
Yeah.
this is stainless steel. If you're going out like in rainforest, you know, or snowy areas, you're gonna want something stainless steel, not high carbon. But
Yeah, you can't beat more for the price.
yeah, made in Sweden.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
got it.
they're legit.
I got one buried in here somewhere. Yeah. So that one.
All right, here you go. We're gonna bring him back in. No, he's playing. So here's Mora's Mighty Light Fire. So if you guys can, I'll
Nice.
bring this in. So look at the drop point on that,
Yeah, I see that.
and
And
then
it's got the grip.
yeah, and then look at this. Okay, come out of there. There you go. So it's got a little trail rod with it too.
Nice.
So like you said, I think you're like $11.
Was that the original Mora LMF, or is that the started reworking?
This is Mora's. This is a stainless steel. This is called Light by Fire model.
Huh.
But if you
Well,
look,
they
They
did two models of that. They did, I think, the original one, and then they remade it.
this is the original one here, and here's the other one,
Yeah.
which is a little smaller.
Yeah. Yeah, where's my big one?
This guy.
You're absolutely right though. you can beat these things up, and you can just
Uh-huh.
they last forever. They stay razor sharp.
Yeah.
This is mine. I got the old Pro C. Surprised, oddly enough, another thing with a battle box.
Where you at?
Still stupid sharp though. Stupid sharp.
Yeah, these things are crazy sharp.
If you check on my channel, I've got a practice butterfly knife video. It's kind of cool.
Oh no, now they're digging.
Yeah.
Oh, my Moro's around here somewhere, but it's no
Right?
different than yours. So
Oh, well.
I've got these things everywhere. One in my room, one in my car, one in the bag of.
Opinel. You guys know Opinel?
Oh, Opinel, yeah.
Yeah. I just got a simple one.
The
But
number
they have
6, or is that the number 8?
Number 6.
yeah, Trail Trash is commenting on the Echo. I'm not sure. Have we figured that?
Opinel. Or what?
I'm gonna mute my. See if it's me.
You and Chelmsford both got echo coming from somewhere.
Shouldn't be for me.
Yeah,
I know.
echo.
Issue.
I can hear it a little bit.
Huh, weird. Let me
Here.
do that.
I muted my microphone and it was still echoing in my ear.
So Chelmsford
How about now?
See, is that me?
went away a little bit. Now it's gone.
Now it's gone.
Now it's gone. Yeah.
Yep, no, I can't hear it now. James has muted himself. I don't hear any echo now.
Man, this thing is so crazy sharp. You can shave with this thing.
All right.
Is that the one you were shaving your arm yesterday?
Test
Nope.
2. Is there echo now?
Nope. I'm not hearing any.
Yeah, I'm
Nope.
not hearing it either. No, that was
Gotta
this.
touch up mine a little bit.
I
Okay.
refurbished my Schrade that I won in one of their giveaways, and this thing is a beaut. I mean, look at the size of that tang on that thing; it's huge. If you put it next to a thumb here, you can actually come on over to second screen. Here you go. So if you look at the size of that spline and you put it up next to my finger,
Yeah.
that's a huge spline. And what I really like is you got the guard here, so you can really do some great carving. So this is the one I was shaving with yesterday. And people said that you couldn't get an edge on these. That was one of their big concerns. Is they're more for batoning and splitting, but you couldn't hold an edge on it. And I proved it wrong yesterday by shaving with it. So.
Have you guys seen the Froze? They're just like big heavy like cleavers. It's like it's super thick behind it, and it like a lot of the times there's like a one for cutting down bamboo.
Well, see, I hear a lot of guys, they bring up knives and they talk about them, but I don't see too many people that still carry, multi-tools. I watch a lot of seasons of Alone. I saw this one chick, I can't remember her name, come back.
Carly.
And
Carly.
She ended up having to leave the show and, losing the chance of winning $500,000 and proving a lot of things to herself because she didn't carry the multi-tool. She had a fish on her hook and it slipped off and the hook got right into her thumb.
Uh-oh.
What about multi-tools?
Jelzer whips out multi-tools.
Emergency interruption.
I've never really.
Honestly, this is a Gerber, so this thing, It's literally at work. It came in on a crate.
Mine's here somewhere. I got my multi-tool somewhere hanging around here.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird one too, because it's got this little doohickey mode, which is let's see if we can find that thing. Check this thing out.
Well, I got a Cobalt.
It's on the bottom. Yeah.
It does have a saw.
Then you got the old made this one too. How many people have those?
Which ones?
This is
Leatherman.
the TAC Force, double edged, and then spring assist.
Yeah, I had ice in my car this morning.
That thing is just.
39
That's another one of those that are crazy sharp.
Well, I got a file on this guy in case I need to sharpen something on the go.
It's got a grout removal grit thing. It's got a over here on this one. It's all interchangeable with Sawzall blades, or jigsaws.
Chowser, that's pretty slick. I've carried this for about 20 years. It's the old Leatherman Wave.
Leatherman. Yep.
It's, yeah, it was given to me as a gift, and I mean, I appreciate a good knife. I mean, it's sacrificed a little bit with carving and bushcraft type stuff, but that's what I've taken primarily the last 15, 20 years I've been outside.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
I've had about every type of Leatherman.
Yeah.
I've got my old Leatherman 200 that sits in my car, just right at my door. I have access to it anytime I need it. Can't go wrong with Leatherman. They've got a lifetime warranty on those things.
Yeah. Well, I was on Tyler's show the other day live, and we were showing off our Grant's First Brook.
Nice. That's a handy tool.
Still got
Dude.
one.
There, yeah, you could shave with that for sure.
Hey James, put your link up in the chat. There's people that are.
Oh, well, if I can comment.
You can comment in StreamYard and post it in there too. So
Oh, I can?
yeah,
I see live comments, but it doesn't show me.
click
If
on
I
the
hit
live.
the back button, it's gonna make me drop from the stream. So
Now, the easiest way to do it is to just pop out the secondary window on your YouTube side and just pop out the chat. You can do it that way. Then you can just pop back and forth through windows.
well, I can comment in private chat. Hold on, I'll post it in there. You guys can post because I'm not a mod.
Yeah, I only have the option to post in the private chat as well.
Yeah, through the Streamlabs or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody posted it.
What's your channel name, James?
It's just my name, James Rohrback. So, actually, if I just go to YouTube,
I got it.
found me.
Telstra will throw it in there.
It's
all right.
Oh no, I figured out I can say hi. There you go.
Yeah, it was all right.
So you can click on me. There you go.
There you guys go.
There you go.
Telstra just threw his link up.
It took a minute.
James, I just subbed.
Right on. Thank you.
I'll check out your
Yeah.
channel after we get done here.
I've been on YouTube for years, but I only uploaded videos in the last couple months. So that's the subs I've got for now. And all my videos are short. I try and keep it, so it's not distracting or annoying, or you can't just be like, oh, that's cool, and be like, oh, carry on. you know. But I might do a little bit longer videos or something. I've got ideas. But I need to get subs, of course, to go live. So is what it is.
You guys can't go live until you have.
Yeah, I'd have to use like Streamlabs or something from my phone, and in order to go live from my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's still legit with the COPPA thing. That was, you know.
Oh yeah. You got to have 1,000 subscribers or something like that.
Yeah, it was working before December 10th, but I don't know what they changed. So we'll see.
Yeah, I have issues. I can't go live mobile, but when I try to go live just from my channel, you might have one or two people that pop in for a few minutes, and it's hard to engage, you know, when you only have a couple.
Yeah, you got to be like on a laptop or something. And,
Yeah.
you know, the kind of outdoorsy stuff I do, and not on a laptop. So everything I've got on my channel is from my phone, and I had 2 videos of my daughter that were awesome that I had to remove in fear of this thing. So that was a bummer, but no, I'll keep putting out random stuff. A lot of tree work though. Felling of trees.
Nice.
All you need is one channel to come in there and shout you out, and it's all it's going to take, and you'll have 20, 30 people in your room in a second. Chelsea, are you hiding again? Oh, there he's back.
Hear something?
Yeah, I'm waiting for Chelsea to put out some content too.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I just have to find time when it's not, dark when I leave work.
I hear it, man. I know exactly what you mean.
And then I'm only going to have one day off next week because I'm going to be working on New Year's.
What's your plan for your channel, Chelsea? What kind of content?
Kind of going to be like a variety of stuff for the moment until I can figure out what I actually want to do with it. I wanted to originally do like bushcraft and like survival camping stuff, but I just don't have time to get out and do that at the moment. So it'll be like odds and ends, building stuff, growing things. Probably for a little bit like homestead gardening stuff. Might be a little fishing stuff here and there.
So Waypoint, what did you say you had for subscribers when you came in here?
Tonight?
Yeah.
I mean, I keep getting notifications of more subs. So by the way, thank you so much for all the love but I was floating right around 5:30 before I started engaging with you guys, not coming on the chat, but just in the chat. And but tonight I think I've got probably 6 or 7 subs tonight. So
you're almost at 560.
yeah.
So guys,
That's pretty cool.
It was funny. I was on earlier. Tyler shot the link, and I apparently had subbed you guys, most of you guys, from his channel, I think, or Sty North or whatever it is.
Yeah.
One of the two, I bet. But anyway, cool to be here, man. I like you guys, and yeah, very cool to be with like-minded people.
It's awesome to meet you. 2 guys, we got
Yeah.
get Waypoint. If you have not checked him out, he is 1 short from hitting that 560 mark.
No, I think I just got it. I think what's your damn? It's 85. Just subbed and put me on the 5. So you're number 560. You'll always be remembered as number 560. I appreciate it, man. He beat you to it.
There you go.
No, I appreciate just being connected. I mean, I've only known you guys for probably a week or so, and just that's the beauty of having small channel, but having people that are like-minded. And I mean, you don't have to have me up here, but I feel super honored to be a part of this with you guys.
Well, it's an honor to have you up here. And
everything.
Tyler's probably at
Like I
5.
said, I want to thank all my. Go ahead.
There you go, Waypoint. I'll put you at 61.
All right.
That's what
Shouts
it's
out.
about.
Appreciate
I want to thank everyone that comes over for my stream and helps support the people that I like supporting. It truly means a lot. Like I said, I know I'm no one big or anything like that, but I do appreciate it because, like I said, I come from my channel over to Mark's channel, and then they'll go over to Stai's channel, and I do have quite a bit of subscribers that are bigger YouTube channels that support me, and
It's a
that's
moving
what it's
family.
about, it's just
What are we doing?
supporting one another and being all
Like-minded.
Hey, this is my son Lincoln. He's been on a lot of my adventures and stuff, and he takes part in my channel. So he wanted to stop in and say hey before bed.
Hey, Lincoln.
How's it going, Blake?
How's it going?
Oh, he can't hear you. He can't hear you because he doesn't have earphones. But they also have you.
Oh.
All right, go brush. I'm gonna have to hop off here in just a few minutes, but
Yeah, I got to do the same
one
thing. It's
thing-
time for.
One thing for
Go
sure
ahead,
though, be very cautious. Huh?
Yeah.
All right, real quick too. One thing, for any of the new creators out there, YouTube's new rules and policies when it comes to having children on your channel. Be very cautious on what you do. YouTube actually right now has a zero tolerance, even if it's your own kids on your YouTube channel. That's why I don't incorporate my daughter or really my family into my channel, is because YouTube's got really strict, because YouTube got hit with a huge lawsuit. And now they're kind of just putting it on us as creators to make sure that we don't have anyone under the age of 13, I think it is, in your channel. So just a heads up.
So YouTube at no time has any one of the children in our videos were paid for being acting. They are part of someone else's family. They're their children.
oh,
Yeah,
sorry, I didn't mean to get you guys, and hopefully I don't get in trouble for that.
We
Yeah.
just got to
No, you're
be
fine.
safe. We got to be safe, and that's why I removed the 2 videos of my daughter. So
Yeah.
I have actually,
I said,
if you
I've
go
heard
back,
talk of a $42,000 fine, and so I'm not playing around.
if you go and you look at any one of my YouTube channels in the past, my son has been a part of my channel since he's been born.
Yeah.
And I got my little thing on there saying that, I don't think that YouTube is, they might use somebody as a guinea pig, but I think it's going to be for something that's a lot worse than what anybody's, if their kids stop in and say hi.
Right. No, I get it. I mean, it's innocent and everything. I'm just not playing around. I don't know what the hell. I'm not going to be the martyr of the first president.
yeah.
I want to thank everybody so much for coming in here tonight, and I want to thank everybody that helped and donated to Tyler. He's $40 closer to getting his goal. That is
He
awesome.
can make it to Chicago, I think. He's stranded in Chicago with his $40.
Set up another PayPal or something, or a GoFundMe, like you were talking about, and then an Amazon wish list. Somebody said,
Yeah, something like that too. But I'm gonna go and
I need to
put my son to
I'll
bed.
probably
"Okay, bro."
Is anybody up, or are we gonna transfer over? Are we gonna
I'll
raid
probably
somebody?
never
Tyler?
go on live.
Well, who else?
I'm
is
gonna.
up?
I have to go through my phone. I'll be going live tonight around 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. So probably about here in about. I'll probably do like 10:30. Probably be about 10:30. I'll go live tonight for a little, share some experiences and talk. What's all been going on. As far as who's live tonight, I don't know. I don't have my phone on me.
Is Sty on, or?
Chaucer, do you know?
Oh yeah, Spicy's on right now.
Yeah, Spicy's been on for a while.
All right, guys, let's go and we're gonna all go and we're gonna raid Phil. Everybody that comes over there, please put in their rolling raid. I will paste the link in the chat. There's 15 of us over here. I hope all 15 can go over there. That would be awesome.
I need to say goodnight, you guys.
Beat you, Mark.
So,
You beat me. Damn.
Take care. Anybody that's leaving, take care and God bless. And we'll see you on the next one. Anybody
God bless
that
you. Thanks for having me on.
no problem. Anybody that can, please go over there and put in their rolling raid for Phil. And I want to say to everybody, thanks again. And me and Tyler will be doing a lot of these. We'll be going through more gear. We're actually in a couple of weeks here. I'll be pulling out my stuff and showing what I'm going to personally be taking out there. Hey, Mike's rolls over there too now. So you guys, we'll catch you guys on the next one. And thank you all for coming and spending time with us. We appreciate it very much. And we will see you guys on the next one. Take care, all.
Have a good one, guys.
God bless.
God bless.